Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Adventures of Adam. I'm Adam. Let's adventure. Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys? No, okay. Everything's normal. Everything is normal. Alright. Today, we're going to be taking on the Dark Fae. What's up, everybody? Oh, looks like I need to fix this. You're getting cut off a little bit. There, how's that? That looks a little better. Okay. Dark Fae. Now, I reached the Dark Fae at work Thursday night, and I was banging my head against the wall, and I got very close. I got the boss down to about 3 to 5% HP. It was going good. I thought I had it. It was close, but I thought I had it. And then Armiger got resisted twice in the clutch. And as such, the Dark Fae attacked and wiped my team. So if Armiger hadn't got resisted, I would have beaten it. And then rather than banging my head against the wall on it on Friday at work, I decided, you know what, let's save it for the live stream. So I saved this moment for you guys. Hopefully I could do it for you live. But what really annoys me is when you go to edit team, it clears out the team you are using, so you have to like think and try to remember who you were using. So this is the team I have been using, and this was the team I almost got it with. And then I started to go on Tilt and make a bunch of changes and try a whole bunch of different things, rather than like trying to like dial in and like make this team that I have that almost work. So I got a stiff drink. No. There might be a beer. Actually, I do have some vodka in the freezer. It's been in there. I probably would have forgotten about it had you not mentioned it. But so basically, what's been happening is, there, I'll show you. How about that? See if we can. It's possible that we get it on our first try. I'm gonna switch it on to manual when we get to the boss. But what tends to happen is RNG just hoses me. Early first stream? I don't know, maybe. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's a little earlier than I normally do. But I had a long day today. I power washed the house, I mowed the lawn, and then I came home and played some Minecraft with Quinn, and I was just ready to play some Raid. Oh, her A2's on cooldown. I need to adjust that. See this right here. You click edit team and it takes you to this. That annoys the living hell out of me. Like, I'm already tilted that I lost, and now I'm gonna say don't use. Okay. And we'll do opener just in case they don't click it off auto soon enough. It's just so annoying. It's just like one little thing that they could fix that would just be a huge quality of life. Yeah, well, I think that day that I was having a huge issue with the lawnmower, it was partially because the grass was still wet because it had been raining all week, so that was causing it to like clump up and just make it a mess. But we haven't had anywhere near as much rain recently, so it wasn't as big of an issue. Like, I haven't even had to mess with it. It's just running just fine. Okay, so I like to Terminator control my copy of Haikatoon so she doesn't Terminator boost the rest of them and cut in. Now, Dark Elhain nukes my team. Okay, so as long as as long as Soulbond Bowyer doesn't fear, like if she doesn't get her turn skipped from fear and she doesn't weak hit, we should be okay here. Okay. We're off to a good start. This is a good run so far. Just try to Terminator control the boss. Hey, what's up? What's up, June? What makes this particularly difficult is all turn meter reduction effects are reduced by 50% against the boss. So Haikatoon really needs to get decreased speed out there. I'm going to save the single target nuke for whoever she summons. Finally. Okay, we got decreased speed. I'm just going to A1 because I get the Giant Slayer procs. I think that's worth more damage than the poisons. Maybe not. Okay, she didn't summon a dude. I'm just going to go ahead and use the nuke. Oh, you gotta go to full auto. Nice, man. Yeah, I've got it set up on my old account. I've got a full auto team. It's just... Hey, what's up, Jay? Oh, this turn meter. She's about to get a turn. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Yeah, I'm not going to use her turn meter here. Because the way it's coded is normally it's a full turn meter depletion. It's not a 100%. So like if against a normal boss, if the boss was at like 125% turn meter, it would fully deplete it. But it's coded as if it were a 100% turn meter drop against Dark Fae, and then it's cut in half. But it's not 50%, it's 50% of the current turn meter. So this would be a waste to use Soulbond's A3 now. I'm just going to use Armiger's A1 to boop it a little bit, and then we'll do the big turn meter reduction when it comes back to her. We can do it now, I guess. That's enough turn meter that I feel comfortable using it. This is going swimmingly. Like, I hope I didn't jinx it by saying that. This has been a very good run for me so far compared to runs in the past. Oh, now Soulbond is dead. And Armiger. Yeah, that's a wipe. Okay. Ugh. That was going well until that happened. Now, I'll do live arena at the end of the night. Unfortunately, it kind of just closed right when I started streaming, but I can't start streaming any earlier than I start streaming just because of family and stuff. But we'll get it in at the end. Yeah, Deacon is insanely good for this fight because it's like a AOE turn meter reduction. I really wish my Dark Elhain would quit. Ooh. See, that was Soulbond's A3, and it didn't even... It's really annoying that it get... I don't know. It just makes it more challenging. Decrease speed, if you please. Thank you. I'm going to hold her single target nuke for when Dark Fae summons a clone. And hopefully... It's usually Dark Elhain who gets snagged. And if that's the case, I want to be able to one-shot her real quick. Hey, the Demon Lord has been defeated on hard difficulty. Okay. So this is going to come down to a couple factors. A, does Soulbond get feared or not? She did not get feared, but we weak hit. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That actually wasn't that bad. I think this is already going better than the last run. Ooh. See, I don't get that. Like, Heartseeker took away way more turn meter than Soulbonds did when... I don't know. Maybe she was an overflow and I didn't realize it, but... I mean, I'm not complaining that Heartseeker was effective. I'm just... Why isn't Soulbond that effective? Soulbond should, in theory, do more turn meter reduction. Get in there, Armiger. Don't know. I don't think we're gonna keep it down. Okay, that's fine. This is 120 MIDI. We're on the final showdown. On normal, 120 normal. It's not hard. I mean, it's challenging, but it's not Doom Tower hard. It's really strange that Heartseeker and Soulbond's shot do so much different, such a significant difference in the level of turn meter reduction. This has been my best run so far. Out of all the runs I've done, not only today, but like Thursday when I unlocked it. Okay, that's fine. We're still kicking butt. I don't think it's the affinity. Like, I don't know why that would affect turn meter, because she's void affinity. In most scenarios, Soulbond is this Soulbond shot is a full turn meter depletion. It's not like 100%. So I don't know why it's getting. Actually, Armiger's about to take his turn, so I'm just gonna do that. And then I'll use Soulbond shots. I guess Heartseeker. I'll wait a turn. I feel like I gotta play this smart. Here we go. Now we'll do it. Okay, so it's like a 100% turn meter right now. She only took away 50. Okay. I think it's working as intended. I think there's some sort of confirmation bias happening here. On my end. I think I don't want to speak too soon, but it's looking really good, guys. Assuming we don't get crit when the boss takes a turn. Oh. Oh, we got reapplied decreased speed. Dude, Dark Elhaine has like 80 accuracy in her kit. She still plays to decreased speed. That's awesome. I think you only need like 120 for the boss, if I recall correctly. Yes! Oh! 2 down, 1 to go. And the next rotation is actually the easiest one, because Drexthar will probably solo the Frost Spider, if I'm being honest. Oh, dude, I spent like 2 hours on this Thursday night at work, just getting angry and cussing under my breath and like throwing tantrums. Sorry, I was ignoring chat because I was kind of locked in. You got your first mythical. Congrats, June. That's awesome. So salty, you're dehydrated. Yeah, that's how I was feeling Thursday. Well, shoot, this was my plan for the stream and I just finished it already. I guess I still need to do champion training. I really want to get this essence here. Also, so we're about 1,000 points shy. That's not a big deal. I got tons of energy. I picked up my 5th Star of Awakening for Coldheart, so when I'm ready to start pushing Phantom Shogun, that's going to be extremely helpful. Okay, Let me go ahead and do my... Actually, hold on. Before I start my Doom Tower keys... Okay, I just wanted to make sure I already got the quest to get the keys, if there was one. I was going to tell me to do hard now? Yeah, right. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh boy. This was my Doom Tower wave clear team, for the most part. I'll probably need more crowd control than I do need damage, so let's take her out and bring Drexthar in. So I got stun set, provokes, damage, healing, turn meter. Let's try that. Alright, thanks for the congrats, guys. I appreciate that. Oh, Mike, that's brutal, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, as good as the lethal gear is, my primary objective is still farming Guardian sets because I want to get a 2-1 team built for Clan Boss. I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, I know it's just the first floor of Doom Tower Hard, but still. I don't think my account was quite there yet. I want to get a 2-1 team built in full Guardian set, and if I can do that, I'm pretty sure I can start doing Ultra Nightmare. So that's my goal right now. And once I get my Ultra Nightmare team sorted, at least the gear for it, then I'll start grinding out the lethal gear. But even Clan Boss aside, I'm going to need hella Guardian sets to do Faction Wars. Specifically for the factions who have the boss that does the... He's called the Duelist, and his attack ignores 100% of your defense and his damage scales off the target's max HP. So in order to beat that boss, I'm going to need Ally Protectors, which very few factions have in the rare slot. So to compensate for the lack of Ally Protection, I'm going to need Guardian Set to get through those. So Guardian Set is huge priority for my account if I want to get Lydia and Clan Boss. But yeah, once all that is sorted, we're going to focus lethal gear for sure. Yeah, you're probably right, Mitty. We'll see. I know I'm not going to be able to beat the first stage of Bummel. Highly unlikely. So I'll probably get to floor 9. Oh, excuse me. That's the most excited you've seen me? Yeah, it's the most excited I've been in a while. I was pretty cranky yesterday. Between the state of Classic Arena and the Forge Pass, just stuff, everything. It's just frustrating and annoying. And then not being able to clear Dark Fae was just like salt on the wound. I've been in a pretty bad mindset towards raid the last couple days, but getting Dark Fae down has definitely improved my mood quite a bit. I don't want to talk about it, Wolf. Yes, take care of your minions. Actually, now that I got that energy, let's spend it so we're not in overflow. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a 7-second farmer anymore. Because when I moved Bellower into a stun set and redid his masteries, he does it. It takes him about 20 to 25 seconds. So Dark Elhain is just as fast or as slow as Bellower now. So I'm just using Dark Elhain because I think her attack animations are cooler. and seeing her big hit damage is exciting. No, actually, Wolf, I've moved on. I'm over it. I just don't want to talk about it. It's too soon. If you guys don't know what Wolf was talking about, there was this level 63 team in Classic Arena, and his arena defense was like Tormund. Actually, I can... he had a Tormund on his team, and he had a Sun Wukong, Rathalos, and someone else. I don't remember. No one of any consequence. Oh, Ultimate Death Knight. It was Ultimate Death Knight. That's who it was. So I brought my arena team in, knowing that when Tormund freezes, Dark Elhain's passive would trigger and I would nuke. And as long as my Soulbond Bowyer didn't get frozen, she could one-shot the Ultimate Death Knight and it would be over. It'd be easy peasy. Well, I fought the dude 6 times in a row, and every single fight, Soulbond Bowyer got frozen every single time. And I was getting frustrated, because, like, mathematically speaking, that's highly improbable. I was just literally getting hosed by RNG over and over and over again. So I kept fighting him, because it was like, well, I can't keep, you know, I was like, the odds that it happens again are so insignificant, there's, you know, eventually I'll get it. And I wanted to beat him, because he is a filthy whale. And I wanted to send a message, but RNG, she is a cruel mistress. So yeah. Oh, Basher, nice. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm sure that's, you're using Light Swarm before? Yeah, that's a big upgrade. Bow chicka bow bow. Okay. I got my I got my Relic Keeper fusibles done. So when the mission, this pisses me off. Every single day when I log into this game, the little message pops up. Don't forget to do your missions. Get your Arbiter on the fucking day that the dungeon that I actually need to do is open. It doesn't remind me to do my missions. I've been getting annoyed by that and pestered by that message every single day, waiting for the Void Keep to open. On the damn day that the Void Keep is actually open, it doesn't send me a reminder to do my damn missions. And I would have forgotten if I wasn't just talking about having the fusibles for Relic Keeper. I am beyond pissed about that. So stupid. I hate this. I legitimately hate this game sometimes. It's like they're trying to piss me off. Oh, Obero, okay. Ooh, yeah, 35. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Well, congrats on Basher. That's... Hopefully you get like a Bellower or what's his name? Fellhound soon. In terms of like general utility, Bellower would be better, in my opinion. Because like, what's 1 second, you know, in the grand scheme of things? Like a 7-second campaign farmer compared to a 6-second, like, yes, it does add up over time, but like, it's so negligible in the grand scheme of things. Also, Dark Elhain is just... If you don't already have a very powerful AoE damage dealer for your account, I would highly recommend building Dark Elhain if you're early game. She's been a huge upgrade over Aethel and Kael, really. Like, big nuker upgrade. Saving for the 2x, yeah, that's a good idea, for sure. I thought, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I pulled my primals for the 2x, but I did, because I was just tempted. But I should probably have saved for the next fusion. I want to collect fragments so I can get, what's her name, High Mother Maud eventually. And now, oh, actually, let me check arena. It's so depressing to go back and forth from, like... I started playing on my old account again. And to do arena on that account, I'm just, like, clearing pages like it's nothing. And on this account, it's like I have to pick and choose every battle like my life depends on it. Like I under normal circumstances I probably wouldn't have fought that guy, but that was like my first arena match since that's my second one since the quest reset. And I also need to find a team where I can fight. I need to do a battle with a single faction, but I didn't feel comfortable doing that against Monkey King. So wait, it's a hybrid? You're collecting fragments for epics and then converting into a classic fusion style thing? Is that what you're saying? That's really annoying. I hadn't heard that. Why did... It always bugs me when she uses the AoE. Like, I don't know. She should have saved it for the next wave. Ugh. Those hybrids are annoying. Okay, so not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. So like a year and a half ago, my wife got me the Hot Ones Gauntlet box set thing. And the first the first 5 sauces were like nothing really. I mean, for me, I enjoy spicy food. But the 6th sauce was such a leap up from 5. It was called Cosmic Disco. And it was like it was so hot it took me a year to get through the bottle because a literal dab will do ya. And I just got to the bomb. If you've seen Hot, here I'll grab the bottle. It's a different one than they use on the show, but it's the same. I'll be right back. I'll grab it. Okay, so on the show, the version they use is called The Bomb Beyond Insanity. This is the Bomb Evolution. And on the show, everyone talks about how it tastes like battery acid and it's just horrible. So I was really apprehensive. But I smelled it and it actually smells really good. And then I tasted it. It is insane. So like I put like a pea-sized dab on my plate and I dabbed like just the very tip of my pinky in it. And when I touched it to my tongue, it felt like my tongue got bit by a spider or something, like, or stung by a scorpion, like on the point of contact. And then like just from the very like the smallest amount I can get into my mouth, and it like lit my whole mouth up. It is insanely spicy. So yeah, that'll probably take me at least a year or two to get through this bottle of hot sauce. Yeah, so there's like it was made here in Kansas City, but yeah, they say consume only 1 drop at a time, and they're not kidding. Like, it's crazy. And then I've got, after I finish that 3 years from now, then I've got these 2 as well. So this is the number 9 and then the number 10 sauce. I'm looking forward to trying them, but I don't want to open them until I'm finished with Da Bomb. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that was fast. We needed 5, right? We got 2 and then 3. That is probably the fastest I've ever done that crap. Man, bam, bam. What next? Fire Knight. Okay. Well, let's bang that out real quick, and then we'll go back into champ training. I can't believe it only took me like 3 or 4 months. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. I mean, it is basically a lifetime supply. I kind of want to try some for you guys. I've got some napkins right here. Hold on. Actually, let me get something to drink first. I'll be right back. Actually, no, I got my water right here. But yeah, no, it actually, like, this version of Da Bomb tastes pretty good. I'm assuming, like, I think it's the Beyond Insanity version that tastes like battery acid. It tastes like heat. Oh, God. Oh, that's too much. Oh, frick. Actually, here. Okay, so there's a little bit on the lip. So that's what I got. That's probably more than enough. Oh my God. It's really it's hot. So I don't even know. I think the only way I go through this. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Like initially it was. Like when I swallowed, now my throat burns. But I think the only way I'm gonna go through this is if I add like a few drops of it to my ramen noodles to like make my ramen spicy. There's no way I could just put that on food. Yeah, I don't doubt that, Mitty. That sounds horrible. I couldn't like my tongue is like going numb just from that tiny little dab. Yeah, I couldn't. So the sauce that came before this one, the Cosmic Disco, I took it to work with me to put on my whatever I brought to work that day for lunch. And apparently I didn't screw the my tongue is going numb. Apparently I didn't screw the lid on all the way before I put it back in my lunchbox. So when I opened my lunchbox later, it had spilled out. So I was like cleaning it out, and then I noticed it had gotten all like covered my fork. So rather than use the paper towels to clean off the fork, I took the fork in my mouth and I, like that, to clean the sauce off the fork. And dude, I was like, oh, that was like the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Like it wasn't actually blistering, but it felt like it was blistering. Like there's no actual heat. It's like I don't know. It's called capsation, but like it's just like a I don't know. But in my mind, because my mouth was so hot, I thought that it felt like my mouth was blistering. I was like, oh my God. And when the heat finally died down, I was like, oh wow, there's no blisters in my mouth. That's insane. But yeah, that was horrible. Like just like a fork, like it was probably about a teaspoon's worth on the fork. I was like, oh, big mistake. Big mistake. Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking more and more about the YouTube membership thing and what I could do. I don't want to take any content that's currently available to everyone and restrict it, because it's really not fair to like take content away from people. So if I was going to do something, I would have to do something extra for those who sign up for the YouTube membership. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, if anything. At the very least, I would have a like a VIP lounge on my Discord, so people who are YouTube members could have like access to a private members only channel. Just, you know, maybe give them a special color of name for the Discord so they can flex on all the plebs. I don't know, but I'd like to do something more than that. Also, I'd like to get. I have a graphic artist friend who can make like custom emojis for me. I was talking to her about that the other day. She's a clan member of mine. She doesn't actually play Raid anymore, but we stay in contact with one another. She still hangs out in the clan Discord because she's fond of us, but I don't know why. We're a bunch of jerks. Anyway, but yeah, I was talking to her to getting feedback on my new like channel logo and stuff, and she was giving me some like pointers and tips, and She's friendly advice. And then I started asking her about like the custom emojis, and she said she knows how to do those. Or she said she could probably figure out how to do it pretty easy. So if I ever do get a YouTube membership, I'll talk to her and commission her to make me some custom emojis so the people who are YouTube members can make little The Adventures of Adam emotes in chat. I think that'd be pretty fun. But I'd like to do something more than that, you know? I don't know what I'd do, though. I'm open to suggestions. If A, you'd be interested in YouTube memberships, and if you are, what type of extra content would you guys like to see? Like, I could do like a private variety stream. Like normally I take Sundays off just to have a day to relax and not worry about making content. But what I could do instead is do like a private members only live stream and do like a variety stream, so I'm not streaming Raid or whatever, like do my World of Warcraft hardcore or Baldur's Gate 3 or Minecraft or whatever, like whatever you guys want to watch. We could do I could do a poll or something. But if nobody's interested, then it's whatever. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. I don't know why I'm doing multi-battles. I could just click the button. Aw, man. I'm sorry, Ray. That's rough, man. Yeah, I have Norog on my old account. What do I need? I need 10 of these things? Okay. 10 what? 5-star or 6-star? Okay. Don't endanger my hardcore character. Bro, I've been doing AoE farming on my mage. For those of you who have never played World of Warcraft, or you've never played World of Warcraft Hardcore, in Hardcore, if your character dies, you delete it. And when you AoE farm as a mage, what you do is you pull like 3 to 5 or 10, 15, however many enemies at once, and then you slow them down with freezes, and you just attack them with AoE attacks until they're all dead. The problem with that is, if one of them resists your Frost Nova, and they don't get frozen in place, and they're attacking you while, you can die really easy. So it's the golden rule is never AoE farm in Hardcore. But because it's so exciting and dangerous, it makes it fun for me. So I've been AoE farming in Hardcore on my mage. Are you trying to get that duplicate Norog off of Ray? Is that what you're saying? two Norogs for one Ugo. Ah, man, yeah, I'll take you up on that on my old account. I think I got 2 spare Ugo. I had 3 Ugo, I think. I've got a Norog too, but I was actually thinking of building him for Hydra, specifically for his block buffs. And his passive is like pretty good damage reduction. I don't know. I don't think he's that bad. I mean, he's not like S tier. He could use a buff for sure. What I think they should do is buff him so that he places block debuffs on the enemy, or sorry, block buffs on the enemy team, and block debuffs on your team. Like, we need more champions in the game who can do a 2-turn block debuffs on a 3-turn cooldown. So I think if they gave Norog that, added it to his A2, I think that would be great. And maybe give him something, like maybe a provoke on his A1. And then he'd be a great Hydra champ. Yeah, I know I have one Ugo built. I think I started to... I don't remember. I was starting to focus on Hydra towards the end of my journey on that account, and then I kind of just lost interest in the game because I was bored with it. Like, the only place I felt like I was getting value for my energy was Iron Twins, and they put a cap to how much Iron Twins I could farm every day. And then I would have the resources to awaken the champions that I wanted to awaken, but I would just forced to just sit there and wait for them to come up in the shop. It was just really irritating, and I felt like my time wasn't being respected as a player, so I quit. So. Yeah, I've got Mortu built on my account as well, but he's built mostly for Arena. I could probably get him in a Hydra build for block buffs, and he would probably still do fine in Arena. Ooh, HP percent. Oh wait, I thought this was a shield set for some reason. That's why I thought it was a shield set. I saw this piece, and then I thought that's okay. That's what happened. Yo, congrats on Nightmare Hydra, man. 60 million, that's pretty good. It's possible, Minnie, but I mean, it's kind of like what made him special back in the day when he was, you know, Raid has changed so much over the years. It used to be like Norog was like the guy. He was like a tank guy. Now he's, you know, they should make him relevant again. I remember before I started playing Raid, watching that Raid commercial that had Norog in it and thinking it was funny. It wasn't enough to make me download the game, but it put Raid Shadow Legends in my mind and it put it on my mental radar. So when the COVID lockdown hit and I got laid off work, I was looking for something to do, you know, just a mobile game to play. And then so I went on the App Store and typed mobile RPG, and when I saw Raid Shadow Legends pop up, I was like, oh yeah, I recognize that from the commercials. So, you know, Norog is the, you know, they need to put some respect on his name. Oh, Jesus, Mike. I can't manual Hydra. I'll click on the head if it eats one of my guys, so that's about the extent of what I do in Hydra. Oh, Ray, that's a good idea, man. Yeah. I actually have Harvest Jack on my old account, but I never built him because, like, why would I? Yeah, if they gave him like a similar kind of effect to Shamel, where he would cleanse the fears and true fears off, that would be cool. That would actually make a lot of sense for him. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Was he in the Jeff Goldblum commercial? I don't remember. It's possible. The commercial I'm talking about is like, it was interviewing a guy who plays Raid. He's like, Norog's a great Raid Shadow Legends companion, or partner, or whatever, and he goes, but not so much a good workout partner. And it showed him working out at the gym, and he like tossed the dumbbell at him and like knocked him over. I don't know. Hey, cool, Ryan. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good luck on your your rares only journey. It's been a wild ride, man. That's just interesting enough to keep, I think. Like if I roll to 12 and I get speed right here, that could actually be like a decent like solo champ piece. All right, where are we at on this? 3 more. Okay. It's the final countdown. Man, I still feel that hot sauce in the back of my throat. It's got a lingering effect. I asked my daughter if she would want to try it. My wife didn't even let her answer. She goes, "Don't you dare." I wouldn't have even let her try it. I was obviously joking. I just wanted to see what her response would be. Oh no, Bellower. If Errol gets a turn here, this could... Okay, we're good. We're good. Well, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say, I think if Belor dies, we could still do it, but I honestly don't know if I'd be able to make it through the second wave without crowd control. I don't know if I'd have to get really lucky on Drexlar's crowd control, which I missed on Errol here, so that would have been a wipe, actually. I decided to change up the music a little bit this week. I did make a playlist. So basically, I took all the songs off the classic WoW soundtrack, the Burning Crusade soundtrack, and then the Wrath of the Lich King soundtrack. But I also added all of the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack songs that didn't have words in them. So I think when people singing in the background is very distracting to me. So I didn't want to put those in the playlist. But rather than start the playlist at the top with the classic WoW stuff, I scrolled down to like three quarters of the way through and started with the Baldur's Gate. So we're gonna go through the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack, and then when that's over, it'll start back up at the top with classic WoW. I think last week I had it on shuffle. Yeah, Drexlar nukes on the A2. Mine currently isn't built for damage, but on my last account, I used him as a go second team nuker. I used Seeker with Stagnite in a shield set, and then Reliquary Tender in an immunity set, and then Drexlar is my nuker. So Seeker's passive would trigger to give Drexlar increased defense after our team got attacked. And then Seeker would turn meter boost, Stagnite would decrease defense, and then, sorry, Reliquary would cleanse everyone, and then Seeker would turn meter boost. So Seeker was the second fastest on my team. And Stagnite would decrease defense, and Drexlar would nuke, and it actually worked really well in Tag Arena. It was hard to get a good vibe on how... Ooh, this would be a perfect thing for that setup. HP percentage with speed. Okay, I think I need one more piece, right? Yeah, one more piece. Okay. I plan to do something similar on this account, but instead of Seeker, I'm going to use Doomscreech. And Doomscreech will be in a shield set. And then I've got 2 Reliquary Tenders. One's on my Clan Boss team, but the second one I can do in a immunity set, or if I get Stone Skin, that obviously Stone Skin is better. It's like immunity with damage reduction, but you know, I can only get so much Stone Skin a week, so I could actively farm, and the place where I want to farm shield set is the same place that gives me immunity gear anyway, so I'm naturally farming one by going for the other, so it's actually really convenient. So it's 9:42. Live Arena opens at like 1 a.m. my time, unfortunately. So it's... Why are you trying to convince your dog to eat himself alive? I don't understand. This is so random. Okay, so I was driving home from work last night, and if you guys are in the Fateless Discord, it seems like every month they have a new community contest where they pick a winner, and the winner gets some Fateless merch. And in the past, they've done like champion design challenges. and I was thinking about what I would do for the next one. And I was thinking it would be cool to like do a Phoenix that has like HP burn abilities, and then she would have a passive that when she dies, if there's any at the start of an enemy turn, if they were to take damage from an HP burn, then they revive themselves. And the passive would be called Arise, Chicken. If you've ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you probably get that reference. If you haven't, then you probably think I'm crazy. But Arise, Chicken. I'm sorry. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, but that's what makes it funny, in my opinion. Isn't... Hey, what's up, DJ Grom? Yeah, it was Meatwad. So, I forget the exact... It was one of the earlier episodes. They were doing this ritual. It's been so long. I don't even remember the context of it. But Meatwad just kept saying, "Arise, chicken!" like over and over and over. And it wasn't working, and I don't know. It's so stupid, but for whatever reason that's been stuck in my head all these years. Arise, chicken. It's so stupid, but it just makes me laugh. Okay, I'm gonna finish this champion training because I've only got a few hours left to do this. 8 hours, but I don't really care about the Chaos Sword so much. I just want to secure this essence, and once I've got this down, then we'll go back to the Arbiter missions. Thank you, DJ Grom. Dude, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Kids today don't even know what they're missing. I bet Wolf hasn't even heard of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I bet that show came out before they were born. My name is Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler, the old schooler. You want a trip? I'll bring it to you. Oh, just thinking about that show is giving me the giggles. Their neighbor Carl. Oh man. Alright. I need to get my mind off of it because now that's all I can think about. There was another show on Cartoon Network called Steven Universe, and it was a great show. The only reason I watched it is because I had kids, but watching it with them, I was like, damn, this is a really good show. It's one of those, like, I don't want to say it's like as good as The Last Airbender, but it's like in that same realm where it's like a show made for kids, but it's like a damn good show, and it's like really heavy. Like, I don't want to say it's like got adult themes because that makes it sound inappropriate, but it's like it's just got some really heavy stuff in it for a cartoon show, and it's a really, really good show. Anyway, there's an episode where Steven Universe finally meets his uncle, his estranged uncle. And the guy who does the voice for his uncle is the same guy who does the voice for Carl in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like, I started cracking up. My kids didn't know why I was laughing. It's like, you'll understand someday. I don't remember the Brood Witch. I remember the Mooninites, obviously. I remember the Universal Ramonster. I feel like there was a spider that lived in their attic who was voiced by a nerdcore rapper named MC something. I don't remember if the rapper's real name was MCP Pants or if that was the name of the character in the show. Yeah, I don't know. That show is ridiculous. Ignignokt and the Moonanites. Yeah, definitely before your time, but you should check it out. I don't even know where you would find it these days. But it's a pretty silly show. Oh, MC Chris did MCP Pants. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly you got it. Okay. Now that I'm seeing that, yeah. I didn't think that the rapper's actual name was MCP Pants. That seemed a bit unorthodox. Man, that just opened a whole can of worms. Now I'm thinking about like nerdcore. Okay, yeah. You guys are right. I knew it was something. I found it highly improbable that any actual artist would name themselves MCP Pants. But I knew they were a nerdcore rapper, so it wasn't too far out of the realm of possibility. Where are we at? Okay, we need to do force. Yikes. That sounds like a headache. Where are we at? Okay. I'll jump back into the... Oh, I need to check Arena, actually, real quick, too. Before I do anything else. I need to find a team that I can... Alright, we'll try this one. Team of a single... Is it Affinity or Faction? I forget which one I got today. Faction. Okay. Wait. Oh no. Ah, that's a trap. Nice try, douche. Okay. Oh man, that's rough, Ray. I haven't tried my Dark Elhain in Scarab King yet. I've mostly just been using her for Arena and like wave clear. And campaign farming. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I know that Baldur's Gate 3 won like 70% of the awards at the Game Awards, but I was shocked when they didn't win anything for their music soundtrack. Like, it's just such a good soundtrack, dude. Yeah, she is weak affinity to the... Yeah. There's one where she's weak and one where she's strong. What was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. Converting these into 2 stars. Dude, that hot sauce is starting to seep into my brain. I could feel like... I don't know. I feel like I'm getting some sort of effect from it in my head now. Okay, I got you. Wash my finger with no context. just, just reading that sentence without any context. Just make sure you wash your finger. Yes, for anyone who's just arriving, I put some hot sauce on my finger earlier and ate it. I forget which finger it was. It's probably that pointer finger. Now it's all over my mouse. Oh man, today was rough. I did a lot of chores today. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I could put Bellower in and it would be just as fast. But I really like seeing the bigger numbers that Dark Elhain does. Like, seeing 75k is more exciting than seeing, like, 12k, you know? When I play Magic the Gathering, I'm what you would consider to be a Timmy. I like smashing hard and seeing big numbers. The one time I hit Mythic rank in Magic the Gathering Arena, it was a custom, like, homebrew Teamer ramp deck. Like, I would do nothing on turn 1, play a mana ramp spell on turn 2, which would allow me to play another mana ramp spell on turn 3, and then on turn 4 I could play a 7 mana spell. Specifically, Genesis Ultimatum. And I would just wreck people on turn 4. Because I just generate so much value that they couldn't overcome it. And it was just a really fun way to win the game. Maybe he thinks he's a hot dog. Sorry. That's the best you're gonna get out of me tonight. Dude, my house was so dirty. I didn't even realize how dirty it was until I started power washing it. And I was like, this is filthy. Like, it wasn't just dirt. Like, I got like the top layer of dirt off, and I was like, well, it still doesn't look quite white. And I'd keep going after it, and then it was like this layer of dirt. It was like under dirt. Like the dirt under the dirt. I was like, oh, it's disgusting. So it took me about an hour and a half. Luckily, our house is pretty small. This is the one good thing about having a small house is, you know, outdoor maintenance doesn't take as long. Army of the Damned. Yeah, it's really cool in Commander. Unfortunately, I haven't played Commander in about 8 years. Because I used to live in Kansas City. Like in the heart of Kansas City. And there was this shop that I went to called Action Sports where I'd play every week. But then when I got married, I moved out of Kansas City. And now it's like I would have to drive like an hour and a half to get to a shop just to play Magic. So I haven't actually played Magic in person in a really long time. Yeah, black is one of my favorite colors. Anything where, yeah, green, black, red. I like the Jund colors a lot. But ramp is my favorite archetype to play. Back when I played Hearthstone, I would play Astral Communion. That was like my main deck. But they just kept nerfing cards for that deck over and over again. And it got to a point where I just couldn't play the deck anymore. Like Innervate got nerfed. And then Wild Growth got nerfed. And then Nourish got nerfed. It's like literally the every card except for Astral Communion got nerfed in that deck, and I just couldn't play it anymore. Which is a shame because Astral Communion on its own was not necessarily a competitive deck. It was just like fun to play. So, well, the first card that got nerfed at it, I used to play. It was Dreadsteeds and Astral Communion were like my two main decks. And Dreadsteed got nerfed, so I was like, oh well, at least I have Astral Communion. And then I started nerfing all the cards that I used in my Astral Communion deck, and I was like, what are you doing to me, guys? And eventually I just stopped enjoying the game because I couldn't play my favorite cards anymore. So I quit playing that. Like, I logged in one day and I was like, this game isn't fun anymore. Like, I was trying to think of something to do, and I was like, I'm just not having fun. They ruined my fun. I don't know. Yeah, on my old YouTube channel, I did a series called What the Deck, where every week I would build a new deck out of meme-worthy and underappreciated cards. And about half of them were Astral Communion decks or Dreadsteed decks. It took you 18 minutes. What was that? Tormund and Krisk and Vogoth? Jesus. Yeah. Well, it's so funny. You go into the battle, and by the time you come out, your refresh is up. At least you don't have to wait around for a refresh. Which reminds me, I should probably go into the arena and refresh here pretty soon. No, not quite. Oh, haven't done any of these today. Let's knock these out real quick. Ugh. Oh yeah, okay, so you're like a kitchen table player? I remember the good old days of playing kitchen table Magic. Back before I knew what the meta was and all my choices were dictated by... Yeah. Magic the Gathering in its purest form. Casual with friends. That's the best way to do it. I miss those days. I'm incapable of looking at the game through a casual player's eyes anymore because I played competitively for so long. When I say competitively, I don't mean like I was on a pro tour or anything. I played with a competitive mindset. Oh, he didn't freeze my Dark Elhain. Nuts. I was really hoping he would. Yeah, kitchen table Magic is the best way to play. And I miss being able to just crack some booster packs and build a deck with the cards at my disposal. Now, you know. Like, I got into Magic because my brother didn't have anybody to play with, so he taught me how to play. And just playing with our store-bought, pre-constructed decks, yeah, that's just the best way to play, honestly. Like, I miss that kind of casual fun. My daughter has shown a slight interest in card games. She went through a Pokemon phase, so I bought her some Pokemon decks, and we were playing the Pokemon trading card game, and she was having fun with it. She didn't get like super into it. She was mostly just interested in collecting them. But when she gets older, if she's ever interested in Magic, I'll happily teach her how to play. And go back to that kitchen table, like, you know, Magic in its purest form. She's actually been exposed to Magic. I watch LSV's Vintage Cubes on YouTube, because there are very few things I can find to watch on YouTube that are both entertaining and interesting to me, and also like not inappropriate to watch with Quinn in the room. And he provides that exact thing that I need. Something that's entertaining to me, but not inappropriate to watch. So she says she likes when I watch his videos because she says he has a very calming voice. So she's in the, you know, she's kind of knows a little bit about what's going on, but she's not like super into it, obviously. But oh, absolutely right. Like, yeah, it's it's not even close. But I mean, she's 7, so like I don't know, yeah, baby steps. I don't want to melt her brain trying to teach her magic. She did approach me one day and say she wanted to play chess, and I actually have a. I'll show you my chess set real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, they can't really see the greens because of the green screen, but I got the Super Mario Brothers chess set. So we played chess for, it was about a week where we played 1 or 2 games a day, and then she lost interest in it, but she's having fun with it. Like, I never let her win, but I will go easy on her and like set up opportunities so that if she sees them, she could capitalize on it and then beat me. And she's actually beat me a couple times. It was really exciting to like see your spawn learn and like strategize and like come up, you know, like I set her up so her bishop could take my bishop, and I wanted to see if she would see it. And she totally found, like, I didn't, she was like, oh, boop, like, oh, I was so proud, it was exciting. But yeah. But yeah, sometimes I beat her, and sometimes I'll go easy and give her the opportunity to beat me. Sometimes she wins in those instances, and sometimes she doesn't. I don't want to just let her win all the time, because she needs to learn, like... She needs to learn how to lose. It's like a valuable skill to have in life. Like, understand that you can't always win. But I don't want to just, like, crush her into the ground and, like, destroy all hope, You gotta find that balance of, like, building their confidence, but not, still instilling them the values of, sometimes you will lose, you need to learn how to cope with that. Oh, that's cool, Glennis. Yeah, I used to play chess with my parents. Yeah, Yoshi looked pretty gross there, didn't he? Yeah, I used to play chess with my parents. I remember the first time I beat my dad. He's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. When I was in middle school, I had a teacher who ran the chess club. He was my math teacher. And so I actually took part in a chess club in middle school. So yeah, it turns out I'm way cooler than you guys actually thought. That's a good point, Ray. Yeah, man, like... People often say, when 2 players play in chess, the best player always wins. And I don't think that's exactly accurate. I think it's the player who makes the fewest mistakes in that particular match wins. Because you could be a better player on average and still have a bad game and lose to somebody. And that doesn't mean the person who beat you is automatically the best player. It just means they made fewer mistakes than you. Or they were able to capitalize on your mistakes better than you were able to capitalize on their mistakes. That's the way I like to look at it. And I really hope that the normalized PvP and the upcoming Fateless game is closer to chess in that regard. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of miss playing chess. I mean, I could play with my daughter, but, if she was interested. She's got a pretty short attention span, as most children do. Yeah. It's hard to keep her focused on anything for more than like 20 minutes. Like, even when we were playing like the Pokemon trading card game, she'd play like 1 or 2 games and she'd be like, alright, that was fun. See you later. I'm gonna wander off and do my own thing now. So. I started a new playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, that game is so good. Farrakhan or Geo? Huh. That's a tough one. I think in general, most people would say Geomancer. But it depends on where you're using them. If it's a clan boss team, that's like on a 1-1, Geomancer is probably better. But if it's a clan boss team that's a 2-1, I think Farrakhan has a higher ceiling. Because Geomancer's the biggest portion of where Geomancer's damage comes from is being attacked. So on a 1-to-1 like turn ratio clan boss team, you know, he has a lot higher damage ceiling than most other champions. But when you're going on a 2-1, attacking twice doesn't necessarily grant him... It will technically grant him more damage because he's taking more turns, but the big damage spikes he gets still only come at the same intervals that they would have on a 1-1 team as a 2-1 team. I've just not had as much luck with Geo 1. I mean, it's still good damage, but like it most teams, when you move from a 1-1 to a 2-1, you're like doubling your damage, but that's not always the case with Geomancer. Okay. Well, if you're on a 2-1 team, also, well, what other debuffs do you have on? Do you already have a decreased defense champion, or do you already have a weakened champion? If you can give me a little bit more context as to what your team looks like, I can give you what I would my best suggestion. Ooh, okay. So, okay. If you don't have decreased defense already, then I would go Farrakhan. If you already have decreased defense on the team somewhere else, then Geomancer could also be better because he brings the weaken as well. So now you have decreased defense and weaken. If you already have decreased defense and weaken, then maybe Farrakhan. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say without looking at the whole picture. Hikatine, Valerie, Toragi, Fane, Frozen Banshee. Okay. So you already have decreased defense and weaken from Fane. And poisons. Yeah, I would say maybe on that specific team, probably Geomancer, actually. Just because you're getting the HP burns, and you already have decreased defense, weaken, and poisons. Do you ever die because decreased attack falls off the clan boss? Like, do your runs... Like, has that ever been an issue? If it has, Farrakhan could give you more consistency with placing the decreased attack with Toragi, because he's doing the ally attacks. But if that's not been an issue, then Geomancer could be the way to go. Doesn't he have, like, a damage reduction passive, too? Since you're not running an unkillable team, it might... Geomancer's... Let me pull him up in the index real quick. I feel like he's got some passive damage reduction, if I'm not mistaken. Geomancer decreases the damage all allies receive by 15% and deflects that damage onto each enemy. Yeah, so just by this might be the way to go. This will give you more survivability. 15% damage reduction from the clan boss will allow you to go longer into the fight. So that's actually pretty big. I feel like Farrakhan has something a weird passive like that too. Deflects 20% of all incoming damage this champion receives onto... Oh, that's like the opposite. Oh yeah. Geomancer can steal the increased attack buff off the clan boss that he gives himself. That's a good point. Okay, well if you're dying to the stun, Geomancer's passive will reduce the amount of damage that the stun deals by 15%, and that'll let you go like an extra couple like turn cycles. I think Geomancer might be the way to go. Okay, well, I mean, whenever this champion is attacked, it deflects 30% of the damage, blah, 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 blah. So you actually will get more... well, I guess it triggers when it attack allies too. I guess it doesn't matter who it hits. I think since you're using a traditional, not unkillable team, I think Geomancer would be the way to go because of his damage reduction passive. It's actually really big. And if you find yourself facing Affinity, he's like exponentially better against Affinity. Oh, he's really good for turn meter control too. That's one thing that nobody really talks about in his kit, but for that reason specifically, he's really good on Fire Knight and Spider, and Dark Fae, and Scarab King, and all these other, like, he's a great turn meter specialist. I think it's a turn meter steal, isn't it? I haven't played with him in so long. Fully depletes target turn meter, fills this champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown. So this is like very similar to Yakarl the Scourge's A2 in that regard. Yeah, very good. It's not like an additive bonus, I think, but it's like a multiplicative bonus. So like whoever's higher in the team order, I think their passive goes first. So if you had Venomage first, so if like Venomage came in to replace Fane, for example, so what is Venomage's? So let's say the boss wants to hit you for 100,000 damage. 15% less, that would make it 85,000 damage. So now it's an 85,000 damage attack, and then Geomancer would reduce it, the 85,000 damage. It was 15% too, by 50%. So whatever, 15%, like so. 85 times. Oops. You get what I'm saying? Like so. We would reduce it by 12,750. So then it's a 72. So you're still getting cumulative damage reduction, but it's not like a pure stack. So you're not getting 30% damage reduction. You're getting like 28% damage reduction. So you know but it is still a cumulative effect. So it's definitely worth it. Yes. What Mike said. They're very good because also you get the decreased attack from decreased attack and decreased defense, and then you get the weaken and HP burns and the poisons from Venomage. Like they're a very good pair on a clan boss team. Oh, that's a good point too for Mike. Yeah, if you have Rathalos, and then if you have Guardian sets on top of that, then it's even more damage reduction. What are we doing? How close are we on this? Oh, I got excited for a second. I thought that was the champ training. We need 9,000. We need about 500 more points. Okay. I'm gonna keep doing this for now, and then we'll finish farming my... Oh, I need to check arena again too, actually. Oh no, that's the bummer, Jay. If it makes you feel any better, you don't need them. Legendaries are overrated. It's all about the rares only plus, baby. And if you've got some good epics. Taragi and Fane, Geomancer, Venomage, yeah, good pulls, dude. For only have been playing that short a time, that's really good. It's possible that could be worth it, Mike, but I'm hesitant to recommend. Like, it's very hard to get a 1-1 team to outdamage a 2-1 team. But it's possible. Can I beat this team? Not if he gets a turn. Never mind. Oh, you got Taragi and Fane with the starter link. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, the free frog. Okay, cool. That was a very good choice. Yeah, yeah, Taragi is good. It's hard to call him an S tier clan boss epic because Maneater and Demetha exist, but he's definitely an A tier clan boss epic. And so is Fane. So you're off to a really great start. What was it? Why did I come here? Oh, glyphs for the quests. Okay. I get distracted so easily. I think, like, all my... Okay. Oh, you know what? I think she's got some stuff that can be glyphed. I don't want to glyph her speed, because then she'll be faster than my debuffers. Okay. Okay, I used 3 glyphs. You happy now? Epic or legendary? I don't think... Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess that counts. But having a counterattack totally changes everything. That's effectively the same as being on a 2-1 almost, because you're getting counterattacks. If he had Skull Crusher, then he could probably get away with it. What is it about Taragi that counters Sun Wukong? Yeah. Oh, dude, okay. So I was thinking about my Pommel team. Seeing these Master Butchers reminded me. I have one of these Master Butchers in a regen set. I think that's the one I need to put last in the team order. Because the other one's only an Immortal. So when the first Dread Bomb explodes, the Master Butcher and the team slot 4 will heal the rest of my team, and then the Master Butcher in the back will heal the first Master Butcher. And then as long as the second Master Butcher doesn't die to the second Dread Bomb exploding, he will be able to heal himself up because it's in regen. I think when I was trying it last time, I had it the other way around. That randomly occurred to me that if I just switched their positions in the team order, that might have made that easier. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. That seemed really easy. Was I feel like I was having trouble last time I tried this, but that was before I 6-starred this other Master Butcher. And neither of them were level 60, so I guess I'll try it again. And their gear's been leveled up since. Yeah, I'm kind of lacking good regen gear. I need to farm way more Fire Knight. Like, I have a really good regen set on Drexthar. He's on my best regen gear. And then after that, it's pretty scant. Like, I managed to scrounge up some for my Master Butcher. I think I can't remember if it's flat HP or I think he's got flat stats on one of his pieces. I don't remember which. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, that's right. I didn't have enough. There was too much support on that wave, and I didn't have enough damage. Alright, I don't know if I can get more damage without stealing gear from somebody. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Man, my shoulders and my back are just... Ugh, they're worn out from just pressure washing the house, dude. Ugh. And then I mowed the lawn immediately after. My body is just dead. Ugh. Yeah, I think if I just had... Oh, I guess... Okay, shit, I need to get my thoughts squared away, because I'm rambling and stammering. I was thinking about who to 6-star next, since I'm making all this food for the champ training tournament. And I honestly don't know who I would want to 6-star next. I don't, like... There isn't any content where I'm like, oh, if only I had this champion built, I would succeed, other than Faction Wars. So I think it's time for me to start focusing Faction Wars. As crazy as that sounds, I think getting more forge materials to craft gear and getting better glyphs to enchant the gear I already have. Like, I severely underestimated how powerful glyphs were when I was a new player. Like, if you have a piece of rare gear, and then you glyph it, one time, it's like upgrading it to epic. And you glyph it twice, it's like upgrading it to legendary. Like, you know, if you use a 5-star glyph. It's just immense value. And I couldn't see that when I was a new player. I didn't look at it that way. You're absolutely right, Mike. I will sleep great or not at all. I'm hoping I'm gonna pass out and sleep like a baby. 2.5 hours. Yeah, I'm trying to last that long to Live Arena so we can close out the stream with Live Arena. And if I'm feeling up to it, I'll switch to my old account. We'll do some Live Arena on that account too. If my brain isn't completely fried by then. The general order of progression and rate. That is an excellent question. And I'm actually currently writing a guide to make a video, like a new player guide. Last time I started working on it, I got writer's block. And generally what you want to do, so your first 6-star, and after your first 6-star, or you want to get a first 6-star to be someone who can farm campaign, brutal campaign. You're already at that point. But this is just in general for anyone who else is watching. Campaign farmer, level 60. Then you want to start building out a team of other 6-star level 60 champions. And you generally want like a damage dealer, so that's going to be your starter champion / campaign farmer. You want a speed champion. You want like a general support champion, so that can give you like healing and help keep you alive through dungeons, and reviver. You know, like, so if you do like Rector Drath referral code thingy, she's a great one for that. Anyone who could do like an AoE decreased attack, like back when Ultimate Death Knight was the login champion, like he was a great one because he did the shields, the healing, the decreased attack. Then you want like a decreased defense champion. So for me, that was War Maiden. So we got starter champion to nuke, speed champion, support, turn meter. Who was my 5th 6-star? Oh, I had 2 damage dealers. So it was Shield Guard, Aethel, Reliquary Tender, War Maiden, Haikatoon. Those were my first 5. So maybe like a second damage dealer, or if you have a crowd control champion, that's great too. So get your first team of 60s built. And once you got your first 5 champions to level 60, then try to get Minotaur 15 on farm. If you can't farm Minotaur 15, then focus Spider to get accessories to improve your stats. Spider and Dragon. Like, try to get those to like 10 to 15 if you can, and then, you know, get accessories to farm Minotaur. And then once you have masteries on your first 5 champions, then start focusing clan boss, in my opinion. And then after that, honestly, it's where it gets sketchy. On my account, I started focusing Doom Tower because I wanted to be able to farm Guardian sets from Griffin, and that has been massive in carrying my account. So, Guardian set, Guardian set, Guardian set, Guardian set, Guardian set. That's my clan boss team. Well, she's not on my clan boss team. It's clan boss, clan boss, clan boss, clan boss, clan boss. So the only person on my clan boss team not in Guardian is Haikatoon, but that's only because I can't get her to a high enough speed in Guardian. But I'm getting very close. Last time I checked, I'm about 7 speed away from, you know, getting her into a no compromises Guardian set build. So I'm very close. Also, while you're doing all of that other stuff, getting Drexthar from the bazaar, because I don't know if you said I feel like you said was it you that said you recently started watching? Anyway, Drexthar has been massive. He solos Iron Twins for me up to stage 9. He's been soloing Doom Tower bosses. He can solo Dragon 20. He's solo Ice Golem 21. He's my Spider tank on my Spider 20 team. He's my crowd control champion alongside Bellower and a stun set for my Fire Knight 20 team. Like, he's in every team except for Dark Fae and Scarab King. Yeah, I don't know. It's so what you do after Ultra Nightmare and level 20 dungeons? Doom Tower and Faction Wars. The gear sets you get from Doom Tower and the Forge are so much more powerful on average than the gear you get from these classic dungeons, that really the only time you should be farming these dungeons is for fusions. to complete fusions. Outside of that, you should be spending your energy to either A, farm mastery. Why do I keep clicking on the wrong things? Spend your energy to farm masteries, farm iron twins, or to make more 6 stars. And the 6 stars you should focus on are 6 stars who will help you counter certain boss mechanics for Doom Tower. And by virtue of leveling those champions, you will passively be gaining progression and faction wars simultaneously. That's kind of the way I see it. Oh, Hydra too. Yeah. If you can start pushing Hydra and unlocking even just this bottom chest, you start picking up fragments from Mithrala, and she is a bombshell. Like, just one of those champions who's good everywhere. So she does 2 poisons on her A1 with damage scaling off defense. And then she does increased defense and increased attack on your whole team and hexes the enemy team, which is really good in Hydra. And really good for setting up, what's her name? The Doom Tower hard nuker. The Tomb Angel. And then she does a full cleanse, strengthen, and a huge shield. And she has the petrification passive, which is really good for like crowd controlling waves. She's just a massive, powerful champion. Yeah, Geomancer's a really good one. If not, then Drexlar will, because literally Drexlar is like the only reason I'm even touching Hydra right now. So, I don't have to move, I forgot. So 1.8 is my current score. So this first key right here. No, that's not it. Oh, I was looking at the wrong numbers. Okay. So 1.5 million. So almost 1 keyed the bottom chest. Out of that 1.5 million damage, Drexlar did 1.16. So he did like 80% of the damage. The reason why Drexlar is so good in Hydra specifically is because his passive sort of gets around the Poison Cloud debuff. So what happens in Hydra is one of the heads, I forget which one it is, but he puts up this Poison Cloud debuff. And when the Poison Cloud is active, every attack you do against them has like an 80% chance to weak hit, even if you're strong affinity or neutral. It can still weak hit. However, because Drexlar's passive isn't predicated on dealing damage, it's whenever he's dealt damage, his passive HP burns to get around Poison Cloud, which makes him particularly powerful in Hydra. So he's very, very good. Like, literally everywhere. I would not be here if it wasn't for Drexlar. He wasn't on this team specifically, but he solos. I just put these in to speed up the run. I need to do my Doom Tower keys anyway. He can solo this fight. I just put these guys in here to clear the waves faster. But he's solos the Griffin. He enabled me to beat Nether Spider. He's basically soloed Baumol, kind of not really, but pretty damn close. Like he just does so much. He's insane. His Head of Light. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I get their names mixed up. But yeah, he's particularly good for that reason. So if that's another thing too, Geo would be really good in Hydra. Yeah. So even if your main focus is for getting him on your Clan Boss team, he's great in Hydra too. Yeah, on my old account, I've never really got into Hydra. I'm a lot more motivated to figure it out on this account, just because I know if I can do it on this account, it can be helpful to a lot of other people as well. So I'm mostly interested in doing it for content, less so because I enjoy it. Because I still really don't enjoy it, but you know. Yeah, so he just totally Solo's the Griffin. Dark Allian's pretty good too, if you don't have a dedicated arena nuker. So after I mowed the lawn, I decided to shave my head and take a shower. And I was trying to do it in a hurry because we like put in our grocery order, and it was ready early. So I wanted, it was ready ahead of schedule. So I wanted to hurry up and get my head shaved and take a shower. So I shaved my head really fast. And while I was driving to Walmart, I had the windows down because it was kind of a nice day. And I felt like this tickling on the back of my head, and I went to feel what was tickling it, and I missed a streak. Like I had like a mohawk on the back of my head. Like it was like that long, just on the back of my head where I had missed a spot shaving, because I was in such a hurry to try to get it done. Is that on a challenge account, Mike? Or is that just, are you content with your progression on that account? And if it is a challenge account, what challenge is it? Yeah, getting a 1 key nightmare. That's a pretty good place to be. I'm so excited to craft all this Guardian gear when CBC comes. Ugh. So if you didn't know, you get tons of points for clearing out your forge during Clan vs Clan, so I always wait just to kind of min-max. Oh, it's free to play. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so it's like an alt. Is it an alt account, or have you been playing that as your main account? Yeah, I think this is probably, in terms of bosses, this is definitely the hardest rotation. And then the next rotation is the easiest. I think I've got the next rotation beat. If Drexler doesn't solo the Frostbiter, I will be shocked. Okay, I see. Side hustle. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, I get that. I didn't think I was ever gonna play on my old account again, but I don't know what came over me, but I was feeling motivated, I guess. Oh, I could be playing on that account on my phone while I do this one on the PC. Yeah, I don't know what overcame me, but I was like, I just felt like jumping on my old account again. Oh, excuse me. There's some Coca-Cola over here, and I'm tempted to grab one for the caffeine. But there's always the crash afterwards. Ooh, nice. 23 epic materials. Okay, cool. That's all I will say is that is against the terms of service, and I do not condone it. But I ain't no snitch either, so. Because snitches get stitches. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, playing Minecraft also makes me sleepy too. I don't know why. It's just such a relaxing game. And Quinn wanted to play Minecraft for a bit, so we were playing today before I started streaming. We built this farm on we built an underground base where our beds are so we can sleep through the night. And then on top of that, we had a little farm where we tamed some chickens and pigs and sheep and whatever. But at night when we go to sleep, creepers would keep spawning inside of our fenced-in farm area, and then they would explode and like mess up our farm. So today we were tunneling out a larger space in our underground fort so we can bring the animals down underground with us in our fort. I'm not. Hey, you do what you do what you got to do, man. I'm just saying, be careful. I think it's the selling part that they frown upon. Alright, this will be the last one, and then I need to check my arena, and then we'll try to finish the champion training event. Not finish, like, I don't really care about the chaos ore, I just want the essence. We're getting pretty close to that. And then when we get the essence, then I'll hop back in to my Arbiter missions. Alright, man. Take it easy. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Glennis. See you later. Okay. How close are we on this? Yeah. If you guys missed it last week, Wolf and I we coordinated him sniping me in live arena. We queued at the same time, and then he whooped me pretty good. Ooh, let's see if we can beat this Yukara with Dark Elhain. Oh. He didn't even get a turn. Bummer. Oh, I didn't know that. Did not realize pulling charge for people was against the terms of service. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna try to finish champ training. So then I guess technically account takeovers would be against terms of service too. I never knew that. I think account sharing... There's... enough gray area where it could be argued that pulling charge for somebody isn't account sharing. It's like, how do you define I think intent matters in situations like that. The way I think account sharing is truly defined is I'm gonna play for the first 12 hours a day, and then you play for the second 12 hours a day. That way, we're playing 24 hours a day, and we're getting a competitive advantage by sharing this account. That's what account sharing means. So, could an argument be made that pulling charge for somebody is account sharing? Yes, that argument could be made, but I don't think it's a good argument. And I think it's more likely to make the argument that an account takeover is account sharing because you're actually logging into that player's account and you're playing the game and making changes and re-gearing champions. But I don't think pulling shards for people counts as account sharing. It's not in the spirit of what they're trying to prevent with account sharing. Even though Allure is negative affinity for Fire Knight 20, because if you just turn off her A2 and turn off her A3 and make her just do her A1, she can still be a good turn meter champ because she hits 3 times. And each hit, if it crits, has a chance to reduce the turn meter. So you can if you have enough crowd control, or if you can just kill the waves before they can deal damage to her, you should be okay. It really is going to depend on what the rest of your team looks like. Yeah, plenty of people. That animation where they do the jump attack is so stupid, and I hate it. They toss their bow up into the air, jump up, catch it, and then fire an arrow. And they only do it on critical hits. It's the stupidest animation, and I hate it so much. Whenever I see it, I think of the 5 days of, or 12 days of Christmas song where it's like, 11 lords are leaping. So they just like hop up and down with it. It's so stupid looking. They didn't get a chance to do it there because they died, but let's see if I can get them to do it again. I think you're making a stretch to defend your case, Mike. I don't see it that way at all. Okay, Lords of Leaping. Oh, he didn't do it. There it is. What is that? It flings the bow in the air, jumps up, catches it, and fires an arrow. That's the stupidest attack animation. It's bothered me for as long as I've played Raid. Like, do what you want to do. You're a grown up. You're an adult. Don't let me dictate your life. I'm just letting you know that it's frowned upon and be careful. And also, to protect myself, I'm saying I don't condone it. Because you're sitting there typing it in my chat. I feel like I have to say something. That's all. At the end of the day, it's your decision. But it's against the terms of service, and I don't condone it. Bro, he's like Twinkle Toes over here. Yeah, he's super happy. Let's see. Alright, looks like I have enough for 1 or 2 more batches of 2 stars. I thought about leveling Fellhound to be my campaign farmer since my Bellower is occupied. I've never built a Fellhound as a campaign farmer before. I'm curious to see how much gear it takes. It would take to get him to do it. Um, yeah, that's funny, Jin. Um, what was I saying? Fellhound. Yeah, my biggest concern is I don't know what kind of gear it takes to get him to do it, you know? So I'd be afraid that, because the gear that I had Bellower in when Bellower was my like 7-second farmer is now equipped to Dark Alhaine, and I need it on her so badly. She is too valuable for my account not to have that gear on her. So I don't want to take it off of her just to put on a exclusive campaign farming champion. So I don't know if I have the gear to make Fellhound worth it right now. But I'm tempted to try. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just turned my camera off so you guys don't have to see me yawning all the time. Bam! Alright, I'm gonna see where my points are at. Probably not even close. Kind of close. 300 points off. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna finish this batch and then we'll switch to 3 stars and it should knock it out real quick. I've already leveled up my 4-star chickens that are food. So I already have enough food made for the 5 4 stars that are in my sparring pit. And I upgraded my sparring pit last CBC. I don't care what anybody thinks. General consensus is that it's not good value. But sometimes there's more to life than just extracting the maximum value out of all your resources. Sometimes you just need a little bit of quality of life. And I gladly pay the cost for increased quality of life. Yo, 6-star Dark Alhaine. Oh my gosh, congrats, dude. Don't sell it. Oh man, what would I... If I had a 6-star Dark Alhaine Soul, would that change my... Maybe. That might change my blessing. Right now, I have her in Chainbreaker for Live Arena, since she's mostly an Arena champion. And I can't guarantee that I'll always go first. So if she gets crowd control, she's got a chance to cleanse it off of herself. I felt there was more value in that in dealing marginally more damage. If I had 6-star, I probably would put her in Crushing Rend. When I'm done with... When I get these guys at 20, I'll take a look. But I feel like Crushing Rend is probably worth it at 6-star. At 1-star, it's like an extra 1% defense ignore. So I don't, like, for Arena anyway. Well, let's take a look, because now I'm curious. I'm leaning towards Crushing Rend being correct if you have 6-star. Certainly for PvE. Definitely for PvE, for sure. 100% without a doubt. But I'm thinking about PvP. I need to look at it again. I forgot what the exact values are. But it's probably Crushing Rend. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right, Mike. I just want to double check. I don't like to just say things without double checking myself. I need to double check myself before I double wreck myself. So what does 6-star do? 1% defense for every 10. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's like 6% extra ignore defense. Yeah, no, that's really good. It's like having an extra cruel set worth of value. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what does this do at 6-star? No, not that one. This one. Only a 25% yeah. No, Crushing Wrench for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the way you want to go. Forgot what I was doing. Yeah, okay. Until I got my Dark Elhaine, what's her name? Soulbond Bowyer has been like my arena goddess. Now, Soulbond Bowyer still does great and serves a purpose in arena, but Dark Elhaine has been massive too. And I'm gonna start on my 3 stars now. Actually, do I? I don't have that. Yeah, I already put levels into my 4-star food champs for points. I guess I could do these ones. It's a match, I guess. Man, that's awesome. I'm very envious. Okay, thank you, Jay Pickens. Forgot we have 2 J's in the chat. 6,200 attack and defense. Oh, because it scales off both. That's right. I don't know if I can do 225 crit damage. I do have some attack percentage gloves. I think I got 2. Maybe I can. I don't know. I just don't have enough crit damage gloves to go around at the moment. Like my Dark Elhaine is in crit rate gloves right now. She's in crit rate gloves and she's dealing like 70k damage on her AoE to the campaign enemies anyway. So yeah, I didn't even have enough crit damage gloves for her, and she's like my main nuker. But to get her into a set that allows her to ignore 30% defense seemed worth it to make a sacrifice on a little bit of crit damage. That made a big dent in the points that we need. Actually, no, I need to go to 6. I guess if I wasn't trying to get speed, like normally when I'm building a champion, I try to get like 170 to 200 speed, as close to on the 200 speed spectrum as possible. So that's I could have got my Dark Elhaine into crit damage gloves, but she would have been like 168 speed, and in my opinion, that was too slow for my taste. So maybe I could build a Fellhound. Actually, let me look at my gear. Maybe I'll make him my Fellhound my next 6-star and we could try him out. That'd be fun. Yeah, I just need to make sure, because I do go back and forth between farming 12-3 and 12-6, depending on the star level of the champions I'm farming. So I would want to make sure he's at least like 111, because these Diabolus in the final wave are 110. So I'll need to make sure he's faster than those. hold on. Let's. Did I spell? Oh, it's 2 L's, right? That's how they spell it in World of Warcraft. Fel is with 1 L. There he is. Okay. Okay, so hypothetically, just out of curiosity, could I build ooh savage crit damage gloves? Seems like a waste for a campaign farmer. Abyssal could do it at level 50. Yeah, but I want a fast campaign. I mean, like, I don't think I have the gear to do a... I have 2 Abyssals at level 50, but their damage isn't anywhere near good enough to be my campaign farmer. So without stealing from somebody... Six-star crit damage gloves. I guess if I don't need speed... Actually, hold on. Just... Let me look at my Slayer gear. Because if I have a ton of crit rate gear that doesn't have any speed on it. And it's like really annoying that I had all this crit rate but no speed. Like that one, this would be a great one for Felhound. 14% crit rate. Ooh, 20% crit. Dang. Yeah, like this. That's another great example. It's like, it's got a ton of crit but no speed. I'm already at 70% crit rate. I think I have some attack. Yeah, attack percentage boots. We're 15% crit rate shy. And he doesn't have masteries. So technically we're only 10% crit rate shy. Flat attack with 10% crit rate. Oh no, because of the set bonus. He gains even more. Oh. Okay, hold on. So we don't even necessarily... Scales up defense too, right? Yeah, 5 for masteries. For sure. Crit damage. He could use the speed just for 12-6. Do I run him at 99% crit rate? And this will ignore 30% defense if I can. I don't really... I mean, we can try the flat attack one. But that puts him way over on crit rate. I'd rather find something... Okay. We can just run... See, if this rolls like double or triple crit damage, this could be the piece. Can I get 1 crit damage roll? The worst part about it is there's an artifact enhancement event coming up in a couple hours too. I was worried that I would have to. I mean, he scales off defense too. We can use this one, and maybe it rolls like crit rate or crit damage at. Okay, let me get my calculator here. We're about to get real nerdy, guys, so bear with me. Actually, I need to get a notepad too, so I don't... notepad. Okay, let's... So we go defense and attack. So we got 15% defense here. Plus, oops. So I'm going to add up all the defense values percentage-wise. This will be 50% defense at level 16. So I'm just adding all these up so I can do the math and see what his stats will be. He's got attack percentage boots. So that's 50. And we can do the math and see what his stats would look like at 60 once we look at his... So 33 defense from here. Flat 33. Okay. This, at level 16, how much defense does this shield have? I'll have to look that up in a second. 10% more defense here. Let's see. No defense on the weapon. We have... Okay, what does a level 6... Level 16 6-star shield have for defense? Let's see. $265. So flat 265. Okay, give me just a second. Thank you, Jay Pickens. I don't want to get ahead of myself though. So we got 50% attack, and then how much attack does at level 16 a 5-star weapon gives? $225 attack. So flat 5. So I got the attack here. $51. Okay. Plus 51 flat. And I got this already. And then we don't have accessories factored in yet, but we could do that later. I'm just gonna equip this since I could take it off for free, so this is fine. So at okay. Demon Spawn rare. Oh, I got Health Fang now finally too. I can make a freeze team. So these are I'm stuttering. These are the stat bonuses he would gain with that Slayer set equipped. So to factor in what he gains at level 60, base defense is 1,079. Okay, so we got... Okay, got my calculator here. So he gets 15% from one of the pieces, so we go 1079 times 0.1. No, that's not right. What? 1079 to increase that value. So times. Oh, I did plus. Okay. Yeah, I did. I had the right. What am I doing? Jesus. My brain is scrambled right now. Okay. Somehow I ended up at the same number I started at. 1.15 to get for the fit. Yes, okay. I thought that I did something like that. Okay, so times 1.15. So No. I don't want to do times 1.15. That will work, but not for 100 times. Hold on, because then I need to add all the gains together. If I do times, okay, so times point times 0.15. So the 15% gives him 161.85. And then the 50%, okay, I got it figured out now. Sorry. 1079 times 0.5 equals 539.5 plus, and then the 10% times 0.1, 107. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 107 point. My microphone's in the way. 9. I'm gonna move it back a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So that was this one, this one, this one, and then 33. So that's just plus 33 defense, and then the other flat value is 265. 265. Okay. We'll add all that together. So 265 plus 33 plus 107.9 plus 539.5 plus 161.85. Those are the stats he gains plus his base, which is 1079. So he would have 2,186. Let me write this down so I don't forget. 2,186.25 total defense. Yeah, I was right. Defense before accessories. And then base attack is 958. I think we should be okay. We're like halfway to the number we need to be at. Okay, so 958 times 0.5. Yeah, okay, yeah. Plus 479. Oops, wrong button. Plus flat 225 plus flat 51. Okay, so 479 plus 225 plus 51 equals 755 plus the base, which is 958. So 1,713. Let's take that plus 2186.25. So that would put him at a total damage stat because it scales off attack and defense. 3,899. So 3,900 basically, and then plus whatever we gain from accessories. Because it's defense and attack. So then you guys said he needed how much? So we're in the clear on crit damage. So attack and defense. So we need 225 crit damage roughly, you said? So where's he at right now on crit damage? 147, but he doesn't have necklace. So what is that? It's a 5-star. That would give me 35 more. We're short. It might work because he's in Savage, right? So he's ignoring 30% defense. It might work. I think it's worth trying. So oh, 6,200 attack and defense? Well, then I'm short then, right? I thought it was like 3,000. Here's my notepad. I think I exited out. Okay. Well, I guess we're just not there yet. That's fine. Well, at least I know that I'm not there, and I didn't waste a 6-star on him yet. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just remembered the numbers wrong. I thought someone said like 3,000 combined, but I guess I was only halfway there. And we're far off on the crit damage too. Oh well. Where are we at in here? 9,400 points. We only need like 100 more points? Okay, that's easy. Yeah, but you can't... you can glyph attack and defense, but... I was looking at his stat page. Oh, right. It wouldn't have shown from the index. I don't have any attack or defense built on Void Great Hollow, I don't think. And if I do, it's certainly not enough. Let me do one more run on these guys, and I'll check. I think it might have a little bit of crit damage. But that would have shown on his character sheet when we were just looking, though. Okay, so I have 6% crit damage. And like, oh wait, I need to switch back to my, this. Yeah, so we have a little bit, but not enough to make a difference. That's not going to be... We were so far off. We're only like halfway there, so... Oh, that's true. Yeah, well, 30 even, technically, if I go down... Like, if I go 10 here, and then 20 here. I still feel like I'm a long way off. I don't know. It's possible that because I'm ignoring defense, 30% defense, that I don't need as much stats. But I don't want to level him and then turn out that he can't do it. It's a whole lot of resources into... Like, could I build him for it eventually? Sure. But... I don't want to 6-star someone that I'll use eventually. If I'm going to 6-star someone, I want to be able to use them right away. We're only 15 points away. It's 2 hours and 42 minutes. When does this end? Okay, so... How many points? I think these were 3 points apiece. And there's 5 of them, which would give me 15 points. Yeah, 3 points apiece. Oh, I'm 16 point. I'm 1 point away from my sparring pit finishing this for me. That's annoying. There. Now my sparring pit will finish the champ training for me before it ends. I got almost 7 hours. It hasn't populated the extra point that I just got. But I'm 15 points away, and I'll get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 points. And that happens. So this will happen before the event's over. Okay. So what was the plan? What are we doing? An hour and a half till live arena starts. I'm kind of on the bubble. I don't want to risk fighting a level 100 pay to win player. He bought the Forge Pass. Oh yeah, we said we were going to go back to once the champion training was done. We're going to go back to Arbiter missions. 5-star or 6-star banner from stage 10 or higher. Okay, this could take a little longer because it's specifically asking for a banner. Do I have any other... I don't want to use my inbox energy if I don't have to. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. I don't really mind the AI preset. It's not that big of a hindrance for me. I've already been doing it tons on this account when I had Shield Guard to be my campaign farmer. I figured out an AI setup that would prevent him from ever failing 12-3. I was pretty proud of that. But yeah, I don't mind that. It's like because once you get the, I don't farm 1-stars in campaign. I do 1-stars in the tavern. So, you know, once I've got my team in, I'm not really swapping them out that frequently. It's not that big of a deal. If I did 1-stars in campaign, it would be a huge pain in the ass because I'd be swapping them out so frequently. But that I don't really mind so much. It's just, and to be honest, like, Dark Elhain takes a long time because her animations are slow. Like, she has long attack, like her A2 in particular. It's like a you know, it takes a long time for the animation to play. That's the thing that slows her down the most. It's more annoying to watch Bellower do it slowly because I have to sit there and watch the enemies attack him, and then he goes, and then, you know, it takes him 3 hits to kill the waves because he doesn't have damage masters anymore. I don't know. For some reason, it just doesn't feel as long. Even though, like, when I look at the timer, it's the same time as when Bellower does it. It just doesn't feel like, you know, it feels faster for some reason because there's fewer attacks that are happening. The most of the time is spent on her attack animations, and I don't mind that so much. Oh, we got 2 right off the bat. How cool is that? We only need 8 more. I have not yet 3-starred Nightmare campaign. On my last account, I didn't do that until I got Seal of the Drakes. So I used Seal of the Drakes and Drexlar Blood Twin, and they steamrolled the entire thing. Like, it was not an issue. Like, steamrolled it. The Valkyrie waves on stage 9 took a long time because of the counterattacks and punching through the shields and everything. But they were never in danger. Like, the 2 of them together were like the dynamic duo. And then I was struggling to beat Mortu. And I tried so many different ways to do it, and I really wanted to avoid doing Paragon Cheese, but that's ultimately what I had to settle on doing. I used Paragon and Seal of the Drakes. Well, I'm so sorry I keep yawning, guys. So once I get Syl, I might try it. Just, I don't know if I'll be able to do Mortu though. I haven't pulled a Paragon yet. I could try it with Gnarlhorn and like try to time it right. I pulled an extra Gnarlhorn, so now I can build one for my account and use the other one for the Roz Infusion. So that was really exciting. Oh, I was talking earlier about not knowing who my next 6-star should be, because I'm not like... There aren't any bosses where I'm like, oh, if only I built this champion, I could beat that boss. I feel like I've got all the Doom Tower normal bosses on lock now. I've proven that I can beat them all, except for this next rotation, but the next rotation is the easiest rotation, so I'm not worried about it. Dude, 2 more banners straight away. Okay. Any epic banner with speed on the substats, I always keep. Accuracy with speed, 6-star too. That's really nice. Dude, if we can just keep knocking out banners like this, it's gonna be easy. I did recently 3-star all of Brutal campaign though. I hadn't done it. I don't know why. I just never put in the effort to do it. But I think you have to 3-star a lot of the boss stages for the Arbiter mission, so I just went through and like just did it one day. And then Soulbond Bellier just one-shot Mortu Macabre, so it was like, oh, well, that was easy. I didn't have to worry about Peril because he just one-shot him. Maybe Soulbond will be my secret tech for Mortu when I do Nightmare. Because you can turn meter control him with the first hit. And if I can get back around to that ability again, and he's low enough that the A2 will ignore defense and kill him with the second hit, that might be something I could try. But on my last account, I did it with like Lysandra and someone else. I was trying to turn meter control him, so Mortu never got a turn, but his passive gives him turn meter boosts, which made it like really hard. I don't remember who I was using. I think it was Lysandra and Allure. They had enough turn meter control, so they got through the waves without ever being attacked. So the waves weren't an issue. And then when I got to the boss, it was like same thing. Like I was using Lysandra and Allure to turn meter control him, but every time he takes damage, his passive has a chance to give him a turn meter boost. So I just that strategy didn't work for that reason. I tried to, dude. I wanted so desperately to beat it for real. But at one point they buffed Mortu. Because on the account I was playing on before my last account. So my old like pay-to-win account before I went free to play. This is insane. Like I'm not complaining, I'm just surprised. I'm going to keep this. Am I? I don't know who my damage dealer for Skinwalkers is going to be. I'm thinking Cleopteryx, but I probably want an accuracy banner on her because she does Hex, which I'll need for Hydra. She does a weaken on her A1. Yeah, I'll probably sell that. Sell that too. That's fine, dude. Like, it... Oh, win a 5-star. Oh, I thought I had to win 10. I totally misread that. Oh, man. Okay, so now I just need to do 7 million. You know what? I was going to save my key for reset so I can get 2 keys in on Nightmare before it, while it's void. I 2-key Nightmare, but like if it goes Force, I won't be able to 2-key it. Any other affinity, I'll be able to 2-key as long as I get 1 in on. But I'll risk missing a 2-key. What difficulty does it say? Like it's not the end of the world if I don't. I can just like 3-key it if I need to. It's not a big deal. Minimum difficulty normal. Let's knock that out real quick, and then we'll fuse Relic Keeper. Normal. Okay. I'm going to triple check to make sure it I don't want to waste this key. 7,500,000 damage to Demon Lord on a single affinity, single difficulty, minimum difficulty, normal. Okay. Minimum difficulty, normal. Just making sure. Hey, we did it, guys. Alright, let's fuse Relic Keeper. Oh, ooh. Cha-ching. Don't mind if I do. Alright, now we just need to fuse Relic Keeper, yeah? Cool, 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 cool. my arena defense is the Relic Keeper fusion. I didn't want to accidentally use them as food. Oh wait, hold on. Because I'm rares only plus, I can't use those guys. They're not rares. There we go. I don't want anyone to accuse me of cheating. Alright. Relic Keeper. God. I can't use that either. Okay, I use these two. Okay. Yay! This guy actually falls within the parameters of my challenge. I might see if I could use him somewhere. Upgrade 5 champions to level 60. Equip a champion with a ring, an amulet, and a banner. I am so far ahead of these curves, man. Tier 6 mastery for a champion. Okay, I guess I'm not going to spend gems to do that. But I'll do that at reset, and then it's just like a beeline, right? Silver 4 in Classic Arena. Clear stage 14 10 times, Ice Golem. Dragon's Lair 10 times. Minotaur. Fire Knight 14. Spiders. Why is this one highlighted like that? Yeah, whatever, I don't care. That's done, that's done. Arcane Keep. Yeah, then we're just waiting on potions. Potion keeps. Oh no, this is the art. That's the white potions. Oh, then we're waiting on the potion keeps. Is there anything in here that's weird like the Relic Keeper thing that I have to like? That's not. I could do that in one key. 15 Ice Golem. Actually, no. Stage 15. Oh, upgrade. Okay, to level 9. Okay, I'm currently working on that. I got one thing to 7, and I have enough medals to get it to 8 and claim. Yeah, CBC. Ascend a Spirit Champion. I guess it's time to level Gnarlhorn. Unless I pull someone else. Okay, Ascend a Magic Champion. I don't know who that's going to be yet. Ascend a Force Champion. I don't know who that's going to be yet. So this is going to be the hard part. It's like 6-starring someone just so I could get them to level 6 Ascension. This is going to be Yakarl the Scourge. 100%. That's going to take a couple days. Like 3 or 4 days. I could do that in 2 keys. Yeah, I'm working on that. Yeah. This is all fine. I'm just making sure there's nothing that's going to hang me up. Okay, this is going to be the annoying one. We get tons of gems leading up to that, though. So I can just buy some extra keys and spam Nightmare. If I'm lucky, I could do it in 5 keys. Against Void, I do about 22 to 24 million. So if I'm super lucky, I can do it in 4 keys, but probably not. It'll probably take me 5. And hopefully I'll let my clan know that I'm working on this so they don't knock it into Force Affinity after I put like 3 keys in or something stupid like that. Arbiter's as good as ours, man. Like, the only thing standing in my way is this. We've got more than enough to take it up to 8. And then, like, it takes 1,000 to get to 10. So I was able to get 1,000 in about 2 weeks. Since I dumped them all during CBC, and CBC's coming up in 2 days. So, yeah, like a month. We're like a month away from Arbiter. That's the one thing that's going to slow me down. Cool. Now what are we going to do with all this energy? I guess I could keep doing champ training. Do I want this? I don't really care about this chaos ore. I guess what I should do is figure out who, like, what champions I'm gonna 6-star ascend from each affinity. I could do him as my spirit, or Jizzo. Both potential options. Force affinity. I could use her in Faction Wars. I honestly have no idea. Oh, I could do hers for Spirit Affinity. Because I'm planning to use her on my 2-1 Clan Boss team eventually when I have the when I have the Guardian set gear. Yeah, he's a potential option. I've got options in here. Plenty of Faction Wars champions that I could do. I could build her for Tag Arena for a Go Second team. Yeah, I got tons of options. Greybeard for Faction Wars for my Magic Affinity. Oh, Hydra champions. I'm a long way off having a second Hydra team, but when I get there, I think I will need to build one of him eventually. I'll have Drexlar for an HP burner on one team, and then Akoth the Seared on a second team. But I don't have an HP burner for a third team. So it's probably going to be one of these Ghoulish Rangers. But I'm a long way off of that. Could do him for Faction Wars. For Force Affinity. I could build a second Cold Heart. I'll probably just not ascend Yakarl to level 6 Ascension. Unless I forget and accidentally do it. Oh, Sentinel for Hydra. He could be my Force Affinity. He's got a really good A1 Provoke. There's also Grinner for Faction Wars. I will probably need a Reviver for Undead Hordes, because that's the Duelist boss. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could figure it out when the time comes. I've got options. Gnarhorn for Spirit Affinity is always a good idea. What I really need... I really want to bang out secret rooms. Like, on my old account, I never focused them. But I want to get Dark Kale ASAP. So, like, what are champions that could help me with this? Maybe I could build a Skinwalker team and use him as a reviver. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm highly motivated to focus Faction Wars. Not Faction. Well, Faction Wars and Secret Rooms. I really, really, really want to get my hands on Dark Kale. Ooh, Relic Keeper. Maybe his attack aura is enough. Maybe that'll be the oh no, it's campaign only, right? Attack in campaign battles by 40%. Oh my gosh. Guys want to know how OG of an OG Chosen, aka Brad from Chofly Elite is? Back in the day, he made a Relic Keeper guide of how to use Relic Keeper as your campaign farmer. It was one of his way old videos. It was just so funny. Like, at the time I was watching it, it's like, wow, that's really cool. But thinking back on it now, it's like, how silly is that? Oh, man. What an OG. And then he even had a guide. I was looking up Senesha guides when I pulled Senesha a long time ago. And he was showing how you can use her to farm Spider 15, because that was back when Spider 15, like, Dungeons only went to level 15 when Raid Shadow Legends came out. So he had a Spider 15 guide featuring Senesha, just nuking down the Spiderlings. It was kind of cool. Yeah, Brad is an OG. I don't know what to do with this energy. Maybe we can squeeze out some... Maybe we can get these. That would be cool. Battlesmith is decent. Especially for a rare. This guy? Yeah. Yeah, AoE decreased speed is really good. Like, it's been huge on my Bellower. He's got an A1 stun too. It's not he's not a bad rare. That's a really good skill. So it's like if he gets the extra turn, then it's effectively a 2-turn cooldown. Man, dude, he'd be really good in a stun set because he's doing the AoE that slows them down already. And if he places decreased speed on 3 or more enemies, he's got a 50% chance of granting an extra turn and going right back into it. Wouldn't be... He would do this first and then go into that again, but, like... It's a pretty good rare. Yeah. If you... Well, actually... I did an account takeover for someone a long time ago where I used Geomancer to get them to Spider 20. So it is possible to do it with Geomancer. You just need to make sure you turn meter control the big spider, mainly. Man, I don't remember which... 90% of the account takeovers I did were for Spider and Fire Knight 20. Like getting people up to, you know, I did so many of those specifically. I don't remember which ones. Yeah, I guess we could farm Dragon. What would be the best turn attack points? I guess we could. Let's see what this gives me turn attack wise, and then we'll try again with the full team and see which one gives me more points. Haikatune Armiger Geo 100%. I don't recognize Carlian. Let me look him up real quick. Oops, that's not the button I meant to hit. Oh, dang it. Okay. Go to the old hellhades.com. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Carilon. I see. I got it. I got it right here. I'm not familiar with it. Oh, the freeze guy. Oh. Yeah, we looked at this for somebody. Was it you that we were looking at this guy at? Dude, yeah, he is good. The one downside... Shouldn't even say downside. Part of Geomancer's kit, what makes him able to do 20 is when your allies are getting attacked by the spiderlings and triggering his passive to do damage to the big spider. So if you have too much crowd control, it won't work. So you need to be wary of that. But I think with this on a 3-turn cooldown, it'll be fine. Yeah. I think if you have this guy, Armiger, Geomancer, Haikatune, it won't really matter who your 5th person is. I would probably go with someone who can heal whoever's tanking the spiderlings, or do like block debuffs to keep the poisons at bay. Because once I built resistance on Drexthar, the poisons were no longer an issue. It's like high resistance regen, I was able to cut my healer from my team. So whoever your spider tank is, if you can get them with like 300 resist in a regen set with like good defense and HP, you may not need a healer. Okay, yeah, I remember looking at him for somebody. Yeah, that dude is good. It's like really good. Yeah. That's a juicy one. Alright. Let's see what my turn attack points are. Oh. I'm assuming it's 48, and then these are champ training. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, these have to be champ training. So this turn attack is, okay, 48 points from turn attack. With super raids. 48 points. Okay. Where's my... I think I deleted my old... deleted my old dragon team because Darkstar is my new dragon team. Okay. So Haikatoon... Actually... I don't know if I'll need Reliquary if I could just kill the waves fast enough. Let's just bring in more damage. Alright, let's try this. So 48 points for turn attack. Yeah, with Bellower and a stun set, doing AoE decrease attack. Dude, Target is murdering these guys. Dead. Oh, he survives. Okay. Another thing I could do is log into my old account because I need to get caught up on like my day. I haven't logged into that account yet today. I need to hit Clan Boss, need to do some arena. So we can do that and kill some time until live arena starts. So I'm not like in a hurry to spend this energy. And this dragon tournament's almost over. I don't know. Like the only thing I care about is the soul coins, and I don't know if I'll have enough time to get those before this tournament's over. It ends in a couple hours, and I haven't done any of this yet. Neither Bellower or War Maiden were able to place decreased defense. There it is, finally. Dark Elhain just smacks, dude. Yeah, no increased attack on her. Oh, okay. I wanted to see how much her A1 would do without increased attack. But I guess she's just constantly refreshing it on herself, isn't she? So my turn count is lower. I think I was at like 140 turns. It's catching up, though. If everybody died and it was just Kale alive to solo the boss with his poisons, the turn count would be much lower. Time-wise, it feels not incredibly faster. Like, it feels like about the same. I don't feel like I'm getting it done faster with a full team. Good, everyone's dead. That'll lower my turn count. $50 points. Yeah, because it was like over 140 turns. Okay, so this is technically faster. Oh, defense percentage with accuracy and speed? Oh, mama, from the speed set? I'll keep this for now. I might need Stalwart in the future. Yeah, I just want everyone to die to lower my turn count. Good riddance. Okay, so that was 100 turns in like 10 minutes. Or 100 points in like 10... Yeah, it was more like 6, 8 minutes. Oh, because I put my food champions in. Okay, so we're done with that. I don't think I'll have enough time to finish that. Let's just log into my other account. I need to do my dailies over there, and then I'll tinker on this account later. Yep, started playing on the old account again. We end game now, boys. Still trying to get back up into gold 5. Ooh! Got 15 more fragments for Eris, or Eric's. Oh, I know why I started playing on this account again. Okay, there's a couple... I had been logging into this account periodically whenever I would need to test something. So when I was unsure if I would be able to use a shield guard as my campaign farmer, I built a shield guard on this account. I did the math like we did earlier with Felguard to see if... So I figured out what my stats would be in my best gear on my new account, what his stats would be at level 60. So I figured out what his stats would be, and I built a shield guard with comparable stats on this account, wasted the resources here to see if he would be able to farm campaign in a similar build. And he was able to do it, so that's what gave me the confidence to take the plunge and 6-star, make shield guard my first 6-star on the free-to-play Rares Only Plus. So I was just basically using this account for those types of things. And speaking of which, I wanted to see if I could build a Thea the Tomb Angel speed farm team for Doom Tower Hard. So this is my Seer team. So I basically just tweaked it a little bit and made a Thea the Tomb Angel. So I wanted to see if she would be a viable option. So on my Rares Only Plus, this second Kymar, or this Kymar would be a second Renegade, and it would still work just fine. So this was just like a proof of concept to see if this is something worth pursuing on the free-to-play Rares Only Plus. So watch Thea's damage here. 300k, 200k. She nukes, boys. Bam! She's in my best attack percentage nuking gear. She's in lethal and cruel. But she does it. That's why I logged in. I wanted to see if I'd be able to build a speed team for Doom Tower Hard. I would need to get Lydia and Mithrala, obviously, and I need to pull 2 Renegades still. I haven't pulled Renegades yet. But eventually, if I can get Thea the Tomb Angel from the Secret Rooms... I'm so happy with myself. Obviously, there are some waves that'll be a pain in the butt, like these Hegemons here, doing block cooldown skills on my Thea, but... we can always just put in a crowd control team. I don't know if it's going to work all the way at the highest floors because the defensive stats get so out of proportion. I would probably need to get like Crushing Rend on her to ignore extra defense. Yeah, this is my old account. Yeah. I don't really feel like spamming dungeons right now. I started playing on this account again. And also, because she's Magic Affinity, or sorry, Force Affinity, there's obviously the affinity issue. Like, she's going to weak hit sometimes against Spirit Affinity enemies. So it's not perfect. But for probably 70% of the waves, it'll work. When I can get her. She's in a pretty juicy build, though. It's like literally my best lethal gear and cruel gear. Yeah, again, weak hitting on the 2 Spirit Affinity champs. But I can't use Seer, so it's the next best thing. Now, there's no Hex out there at that time. Oh, there was one Hex, I guess. I want to run some tests on Bommel 90 to see what kind of damage his bomb debuffs do. Because I've been stating from the beginning that my plan. I think Bommel 90 on Doom Tower Hard is going to be one of the most challenging things for me to overcome on this account. So I've been preparing for it from the beginning. I've been crafting as much deflection gear as I possibly can. My plan to beat Bommel is to build champions and deflection gear. Try to throw Bommel's bombs back at him. But I need to find out how much damage his bomb debuffs do, so I can figure out how many times I need to be debuffed by his bombs on average if I have a 30% chance to reflect or deflect his bombs back. I need to figure out how many. There's a lot of nuance that's going to go into this plan. So I need to get exact numbers. So I started playing on this account so I can get myself up to Bommel 90, and then do the research necessary. So Altan didn't die. He's a tanky boy. He had decreased defense and weaken. Interesting. Yeah, some of these like defense-based champs are just so tanky that Thea might not be able to one-shot him. Yeah, again, Altan survived. I was having the same trouble with my Seer, though, to be fair, until I got Crushing Rend on her. So again, I don't think it's anything that Crushing Rend won't be able to fix. But it takes way more resources to 6-star awaken a legendary champion than it does an epic champion, so. Hey, we got some speed glyphs. And this is what the free-to-play Rares Only Plus will look like in about 2 years. Except two Renegades instead of a Renegade Kymar, obviously. I didn't want to build a second. I mean, I know it'll work. If it works on the second wave, it'll work on the third wave. I don't, there's no reason to waste those resources just to prove a point. When anyone who's like halfway reasonable can, Nekret waves are going to be a pain in the butt too. Whoever Nekret's ally protecting is just inherently... Oh. No, I guess not. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a sec. I don't know... Let me... For tier 6 mastery, you're definitely going to want War Master or Giant Slayer. I forget. Part of me wants to say Giant Slayer will work. No, War Master. Okay. Okay. There's a master. Hold on. Oh, not that. This will work. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so there's this... Oh, I gotta switch the, Exit. Thank you. Okay. There's this thingy called a mastery calculator. Okay, so... if you can gear him with 100% crit rate without relying on the crit rate mastery, that's cool, but sometimes it's just easier to gear if you take the 5% crit rate. If you can get to 100% crit rate, then the extra 75 attack. It's more damage if you don't need the crit rate. But for clan boss, if you're probably in, I'm just assuming you're in lifesteal gear. So you go from here to here, and then this 5% damage when you're attacking from full HP. So if you're in lifesteal gear, actually, well, Geo in lifesteal gear because he heals off the passive. So yeah, and then single out, and then bring it down, and then methodical and War Master. For more healing, you could take Life Drinker, and then from there, for clan boss specifically, it doesn't really matter on the offense tree. And then if you can get like 240 accuracy into his build, or 250 accuracy, without taking these accuracy masteries, then you want to go Tough Skin into Blast Proof into if he's your, I guess it doesn't matter. If you have a cleanse for the stun, then this doesn't matter. But you need to take that so you can get to Delay Death, and then you can do Retribution. And if you're cleansing the stun rather than using block damage, you can take Deterrence. Because if your champions get stunned and the stun gets cleansed, you have a chance to counterattack here. So these are, like, I would say, optimal mastery setups for Geomancer. And then whatever you take else on this fourth row for PvE, like if you use them in dungeons and stuff, you can take Cycle of Violence, because the A2 can actually hit pretty hard, so there's a chance that you trigger this and reset the cooldown of one of the skills, like when you're going through the waves. Or you can take Wrath of the Slain if you're, I don't know, if you expect people to die. Or, yeah, I don't know. Something like this would work really well for Geomancer. No, Tough Skin doesn't deter the stun. If he would take the stun, or if he does take the stun, there's a chance that it will cleanse the stun off. That's all that does. It doesn't affect stun targeting in any way. But if he gets stunned, and then the mastery procs and like cleanses the stun off, he will still be able to counterattack from the counterattack masteries if those proc as well. So it's kind of a... Oh, my camera's lagging. Give me a second. I think it's this one. Oh, that's the light. Damn it. That's the... I think it's this one. I have to unplug it and plug it back in to fix it. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Alright, let me... It's gonna be really bright. Ow, ow. Okay. I kind of want to see... So, just to do some testing, I built the Drexlar in this account, like I built the Drexlar in my other account. He's got more stats because of my Great Hall. So many damn champions. I want to see if Drexlar can solo this boss fight. Because if he can, that means I could do it on my other account as well. I just need to put champions in to beat the waves. Let's try that. Oh, no, the 75 defense mastery? No. Oh, okay. That was my bad. I didn't know what you were talking about, and I made an assumption. No, the 75 defense... I don't think it does. I've never had issues with it affecting stun targeting. The way that the... What's it called? Steadfast is coded. It's coded like a buff for whatever reason. So at the start of battle, you'll see max HP increased pop up on whoever has it at the very beginning of the battle. For whatever reason, it's just coded that way. So it's like a buff, but it's like behind the scenes. It just doesn't show up on your buff bar. It's really weird. It's a really weird and strange interaction. And this game was out for like 2 or 3 years before anybody knew that it behaved that way. It looks like Drexlar's gonna solo the boss. We put the damage dealers in, or a damage dealer in, to get through the waves faster, but Drexlar's just getting tickled over here. They're tickling his pickle. I'm gonna go check on my daughter real quick and make sure she's asleep. I forgot to tell her that bedtime was 11:30 and it's currently 12, so I'll be right back. He was already asleep. Well, that was easy. Level 70. So I'm quite like, my Drexlar on this account is obviously built better, but not significantly so. Like, not so much so that it's like, yeah, I've got like 10,000 more HP, about the same defense, and a little bit more speed. It's a remarkably similar build. Considering. So I if I can make it to the Griffin, I think I could beat it. Wait a minute. Oh, rare. I was like, why does this look like my other account? Surely I've got... Oh, they're not even built. Huh, I wonder if I can... It doesn't matter, okay. I wonder if I can keep Gnarlhorn's Provoke on cooldown. I don't want to use it yet. If he's in... I don't know how... I don't remember how I have him built, but if I can... Oh, if these Relic Keepers were actually built, they'd be able to heal... Oh. Oh! Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this now, but it's good to know that I could do this if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat this with 3 level 30s. It's interesting to know that I could do it if I wanted to. Oh, I need to hit Clan Boss. I haven't hit Clan Boss all day. I'm at capacity on keys. And I failed the 1 key. Barely. It was so annoying. Yes. 68. I needed 70.2. So, I guess I put another key in here. And I did 7. Of course, I do 75 on the second key. It's always how it goes, right? When you don't need to 1 key, you know. That's some big damage. All right. Oh, I need to do this stuff. I guess I don't. Part of me cares and part of me doesn't. Like, do I want to mess with the Forge Pass on 2 separate accounts? It's so annoying. This is not going to take long. Oh yeah. I need to climb back. I want to get back up into gold 5. I love it when Mortu gets somebody. Mortu is such a good counter to Ultimate Death Knight because the first hit, Ultimate Death Knight takes that damage, and then the second hit will kill the target anyway. And sometimes you can kill both Ultimate Death Knight and the target he was going for. It's really cool. Level 56. They've got Mortu and Yumiko. Okay, I'm not scared of a level 56 player. I don't care how much money they spent on the game. $192,000, $223,000. I missed this account. Is just I put a lot of work into it. What does this passive do? It's so annoying. Orcs, Ogryn, Undead, Demon Spawn. Okay, so that doesn't affect Lydia. Okay. It does affect Seer, so I can't use Seer. Oh, Brackets is really good. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Nice mythical nerd. Okay. I love using Seer to counter Valkyrie teams. Because Valkyrie cuts in, puts up the shield and the counterattack, and then that's 2 extra buffs for my Seer to rip off when she nukes. Or they're just too slow and it doesn't matter. Wait, is there... Oh, there's 2 teams. 2 different teams. Wow. Yeah, oh, that's really smart using brackets like that. Sometimes, I guess my Seer has higher resistance than my Lydia, because a lot of times that will happen, where Valkyrie will reduce Lydia's turn meter but not Seer's, and then Seer goes before Lydia goes, but it didn't matter. She just nuked so hard. Flex, yeah. No big deal, guys. Just quick yawn. Well, Live Arena starts in 45 minutes. We'll switch back to the free-to-play Rares Only Plus and do some Live Arena over there. And then we'll have some, like... Because I'm still, like... This is still only, like, Gold 2 or 3, I forget. So I'm punching I'm punching down pretty hard. Yeah, we're only in Gold 2. It's taking forever to climb back up. Dude, this has been, like, really annoying, too. It's like, just let me rank up. No one's... No one's messing with me. Just let me rank up. Why do I gotta wait a whole week? And it's like, I was only in, like, Silver 2, maybe Silver 3. I don't remember. I think I was on the verge, like, on the cusp of reaching Silver 3. I don't think I ever got there, though. But that's where I was on this account when I last left off. But the arena meta has changed a lot since then, so I might be in for a not so tasty treat this time around. Okay. It's really nice having a very strong Void Affinity damage dealer. You just don't have to worry about affinity matchups. And I'm out of tokens. I gotta go buy something in the shop. Or... Also, another thing that's really, like, low-key good about Seer is if my Lady Kimmy fails to strip Stone Skin, I get a second chance to buff strip when I nuke with Seer. And I think she's got, like, really, I forget the exact accuracy number, but she's got a lot. She's wearing an accuracy chest, and I got an accuracy banner on her as well. Okay, it should be at least like 300. Insert. Oh, 400. 406. Yeah, so she's got good accuracy. That's another like really big bonus about Seer is because her damage doesn't scale off attack, HP, or defense. You can put her in an accuracy chest, and if anything, it helps her damage because she's more likely to strip the buffs off the enemies. Arbiter always does that, dude. There'll be one enemy left alive with Swift Parry unkillable. And rather than using her A2 to knock the buff off, she just doesn't. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, right there, she got extra damage because she yoinked off Seeker's increased defense. Okay, I'm out of arena tokens. That was fast. I gotta wait 3 hours to get more. Ay. Oh, you know what? I bet I could do this dragon turn attack on this account. It ends at a different, like, on my old account, that one ended in like 6 hours. I wonder why that is. That's weird. You guys want to see my Dragon 20 team? It's pretty fast. I mean, it's not like a world record or anything, but I'm pretty proud of it for a free-to-play player. Yeah, I could buy refills, but they cost gems. I don't want to spend my gems on that. I don't like spending gems. I don't know why. Yep, there it is. Only 68 turn attack points? Huh. I feel like it should be worth more than that. Like, my other team was doing it like 120 turns, and it was slightly, I don't know. Huh. What about hard mode? So I've got two versions of this team. Sometimes I run Duchess, and sometimes here, and sometimes I run Venomage here. I don't really know which is best, so I switch between them a lot. Yeah, dude, Seer is nuts. She just did like 2 million damage to that wave. If you have the gear for her, she is quite nutty. I don't have the gear to support a reset champion on this team, so I can't just like go in and like I can win sometimes with a Kymar on this team, but it's not 100%. So I'd rather just have it take like 4 extra turns, and then I turn off Seer's nuke for the boss because I need the buffs to survive. So Lydia is actually insanely OP on this fight because she does this block. It's gone now, but she does block buffs, which prevents the dragon from giving himself increased attack. It is vital for the survival of this team. Should be this next attack right here. So block buffs. That prevents the dragon from giving himself the 50% increased attack. Without that, this team wouldn't... Like, look how hard they're getting hit. Also, Mithrala's shield and all that, like, strengthen, like, everything that's going on this team is, like, you know, massive. But, like, without that block buffs, if that gets resisted, sometimes I fail. If not, I get really close to failing. Lydia is very good for this encounter. Mithrala, too. Her poisons, her increased defense, her strengthen, her shields, her plant, like, everything. I think Seer's probably... Oh, no, she didn't die. So how many turn attack points? Surely, I mean, the turn count isn't as impressive, but it's a much higher stage. 100 and that's way more points. Okay, it's good to know that they take that into account. And it's so weird to like shift my mindset on like what gear is a capable piece of gear. Like, because I can actually build bomb champions on this account, it's possible that this attack percentage with crit rate, crit damage, and accuracy is worth keeping. But on my free-to-play Recently Plus, I'll probably never build a bomb champion. But Stalwart's kind of a weird set for whatever. Yeah, dude. Mithrala and Lydia are nuts. Let's knock this out real quick. You guys want to see some more flexing? Since while we're here. Just casually farming Nightmare Campaign, no big deal. If I was in Gold 5, this would be a lot faster, because you get that little bit extra attack percentage from my affinity bonuses. She's not getting the full attack bonus. So if you can farm 12-6 Nightmare Campaign, you should do it with your 4 stars. Because leveling your 4 stars from 1 to 40, I forget how many runs, I think it's like 12 runs, but like the math is almost perfect in terms of the amount of XP that they gain. It's close to perfect as you can get. I did, like, I mathed it out one day to like figure out all the different permutations of different ways you can do it, and like for 4 stars, like 1 to 40, 12-6 Nightmare. Skull Crown. I wonder if I could... I probably don't have any extra Skull Crowns lying around. I was wondering if I could awaken her. I guess not. What is this? Why is there... What's the third filter? So even if you can't do it like really fast, so oh crap, 19 million silver. Jesus, no thanks. I'll just leave it in my inbox. So here, even if you can't speed farm it, if you just want to min-max like the amount of points you gain during like champ training events and stuff. Like Tyrant could do it too, but he's much slower. So if you have a tanky champion, like Seal of the Drakes can do it. I used to do it on my Seal of the Drakes. It would take her like 2 minutes. But I would do it on this account because it was the best way to get the most XP per energy spent for min-maxing... Does he die to this bomb? No, okay. Sorry. For min-maxing like champion training tournaments and champion training events. Like getting the max value for my energy. I don't know, maybe Tyrant can't do this one. Oh, you know what? He's not in lifesteal anymore. That's the problem. I forgot I changed his build. Okay. I used to have him in a lifesteal build, and he could solo Dragon 20, he can solo Spider 20, he can solo Ice Golem 20, and he used to be able to solo Nightmare Campaign. But he's not in lifesteal anymore. He does gain a little bit of healing from his A1, but I don't know if it'll be enough if he gets bombed on the final wave. But if you just have a champion who can do this, it will massively increase your energy efficiency when you're making your next 6-star. I actually have a whole video on Nightmare Campaign. Let me find it real quick. I was showcasing Biggin in that particular guide because I just pulled him and I built him for Nightmare Campaign, and I wanted to see if he, just to satisfy my own curiosity, I wanted to check them out, and I figured I might as well make a guide on it. So yeah, you don't have to. It doesn't necessarily have to be a speed farmer like Skullcrown. If you just have a person who can do it, it's really good. So let me find this nightmare. I break down the math in this video. That's probably sorted by oldest. It's an older one. So it tells you, because like at a certain point, you don't just want to spam it over and over, because at a certain point you'll be wasting energy if you do it that way. But here it is. Okay, I will link this in chat. Oh god. If you watch this video, don't judge me. This is before I trimmed my beard. I look like a freaking hobo. Okay, so this is my Nightmare Campaign farming guide. I break down all the math, because if you're doing 3 stars, you don't want to just go from 1 to 30, because you end up wasting energy that way. You do like a certain amount of runs, and then you switch back to 12-3 for the final run, or maybe you switched. I don't remember all the math. I made the video so I wouldn't have to remember the math, right? I could just reference the video. But for 4 stars, 1 to 40 all the way.